Stand up! New York Giant fans. I don't know, what is this, like our 6th, 7th consecutive draft, whatever it is?
Yeah, it might be 8. We started in 2019, the infamous
So
Daniel Jones draft.
And it's the second draft since we've been doing it where they had 2 picks inside the top 10 after we traded Dexter Lawrence. Giants ended up getting a higher pick than I think a lot of Giants fans expected before that draft went down. And Baddog, now we sit with 2 picks inside the top 10, at 5, at 10. Nobody knows what's going to happen. I mean, the late word seems to be Caleb Downs, but we don't know until the picks on, until we're on the clock.
No clue. The whole time I've been saying Caleb Downs, Jordan Tyson. That's who I think they're going to take. But of course, if somehow Jeremiah Love falls to 5, I feel he'll be a New York Giant. They've kind of seemed like they're down on Sonny Styles, but that could just be smoke so that they're able to get Sonny Styles at 5. Nobody really knows. I think there's 7 players. I think there's 7 players that these guys choose from with these 2 picks. Downs, Love, Tyson, Styles, Mansour Delane, Vega Ioane. I forgot who the hell else I was going to. Jordan, I don't know if I said Jordan Tyson. There was like 7 of them that I feel like they're going to go with. They may trade back depending on who's there. If David Bailey or somebody falls to 5 and maybe the Saints or somebody wants to trade up, Giants may be looking to get an extra pick or 2 tomorrow. I can't wait to see what the hell they do. Whatever they do, I feel like they're going to do it right.
As we've talked about on our Giants Collective channel, you look at Harbaugh's history with the Ravens. Now, he wasn't the GM. He was the head coach, but we all know he was heavily involved in what the team did there, and he's going to be even more heavily involved in what the team does here with the power dynamic with the New York Giants. But you look at what the Ravens did while Harbaugh was there as the head coach. 17 out of the 18 drafts while he was there, the Ravens made some kind of trade from within the draft. Now, the Giants have already done that this year, obviously with the Dexter Lawrence trade, but I wouldn't be surprised, depending on how the chips fall here, day one for the New York Giants, if they do look to trade down, if the right opportunity presents itself. I wouldn't expect a big trade down, Baddog, from 5, but if a certain, if say Love, because I think we both agree, and maybe the chat doesn't, that if Love's there, he's probably going to be a Giant at 5. But if Love is gone and they feel they could trade down to pick 7 or 8 and still get the player that they covet, which I think most people feel it's probably Downs in that spot, and they could get a day 2 pick, I think that becomes an enticing opportunity for the New York Giants. And I think it becomes more probable if one of these edge rushers falls to the Giants pick at number 5.
Yeah, totally agree. What am I missing here? Like, I feel like I'm missing something here. Where's the there's something here that I'm freaking missing. But
I don't know what you're looking for, but I was looking for my beer, so I'm good to go.
Oh yeah, listen, yes. If you're 21 or over, crack it open. Salute.
Speaking of which, people are saying my mic's low. I don't know. I'll try to speak closer to the computer.
I don't know. I hear you
But got to say hello to our regulars in the chat. Thank you to everybody for being here. Chino, Bob Wells in the chat, Michael in the chat, Anthony in the chat, Rick the Goat in the chat, El Scorcho in the chat, Irish Rover. You might have said you twice. Thank you to everybody for being here. Appreciate you guys for all the support you guys always show.
Bodo's here.
On another draft.
So I saw somebody in the chat say, anybody heard from Papa Guzzo? Papa Guzzo is the first one to comment when I set the stream up. So Papa Guzzo is in here somewhere. Papa Guzzo is in the chat somewhere. Bodo says if you're under 21, just steal one from your old man. You know what it was? Maybe I'm just looking for like our names up there, but they don't show up here because of the way I have it. But while I have a chance, let me do this when it comes to the sponsor of tonight's show. Yes, that's right. It is PrizePicks, guys and girls. Check out PrizePicks, America's #1 sports pick application. It's a daily fantasy sports platform. It's really easy to use and is the favorite. It is my favorite without question that I've used so far. They are awesome. You just have to pick more or less than a few player stats. You create a lineup. You pick stats for individual players, points, yards, strikeouts, etc. It's available in most states, including California, Texas, Florida, and New York. Thank you, PrizePicks, for allowing us to play in New York. You can also follow your favorite creators on there. Like you can follow them on any other thing. I think I have 6 followers on PrizePicks now, which is awesome. If you'd like to pick responsibly, use the link in the description. Enter the promo code HMA, and you get $50 instantly in line. You get $50 instantly when you play your first $5 in lineup. So check it out. This was something I had yesterday. As you see, I nailed it. I had Aaron Judge over 10.5 fantasy score, crushed. Max Fried over 33.5, crushed because the Red Sox suck. And I had Ranger Suarez. I had him less than 90.5 pitches. He threw 71. So your guy actually cashed in. And then I don't have it up here, Chris, but I played basketball later on the night, and I hit that one too. It's the first time I've hit basketball. So I back-to-back yesterday. It was great. It was a good day for me. All you
got to do is pick against the Mets, and you'll win every single time. They finally won a game after losing 12 straight. Embarrassing. And the Knicks, I'm checking in on the score there, not off to a good start against the Hawks in Game 3, trying to bounce back from that disgusting debacle.
Oh God, don't get me started on that game. I streamed that game. I couldn't sleep.
Yeah,
I didn't get to sleep because you could see it happening, and you're just like, what the fuck are they doing? Really quick, I just want to do this so my mods don't have to take care of this because I can already see the bots coming in. So let me do this for my moderators to make it a little bit easier for you guys and gals. Do this. Go here, and then I'll get to some of these. Some of our best. Hit that thumbs up if you haven't over. Get to subscribe and ring the bell. We appreciate you tuning in. Again, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. This is our 8th draft, Chris, that we have covered. And again, it started with the infamous Daniel Jones.
You bring up 8th draft. I was going to say who wore number 8, so maybe you'll get one of those reactions.
Oh, God.
But don't expect it. Don't expect it. I don't see anything like that tonight.
I didn't even think about that.
What would be the pick? There is no Daniel Jones reaction tonight.
Ty Simpson.
Well, yeah. But what would be the pick? I don't think there's any like semi-realistic pick that the Giants can make. I'm flipping out tonight at 5.
I don't think so either.
But of the names we've heard, I'll tell you the guy that I'll be excited. I think it brings excitement to the offense, but I do not want Jordan Tyson at 5.
Agreed.
I do.
Great. I don't want him at 5.
5. The guy has an extensive injury history, Baddog. He missed almost a full season his sophomore year. He missed a half season last year. You think about the Giants' turf.
Yeah.
They don't have neighbors. If they're gonna go receiver, go with the safer option with Tate. Jordan Tyson at 5 seems like way too big of a swing. And I don't think they're gonna do that, by the way, but there's been a lot of chatter that they potentially could. I would not be in love with that pick.
And not at 5. And honestly, not even at 10. I mean, I'll get on board with it. I don't want him at 5. And I at 10, okay, but I'm with you. I understand he has a higher ceiling, but he also has a much lower floor. And if he deals with injuries, and it's not so much his knee, which, somebody took a cheap shot on, but when you have hamstring issues and you play on our turf, that just seems like a real pain in the ass. So if they're going to go offense, I'd rather it be Carnell Tate there or Vega Ioane. That's really what I'm looking for. If they double up on offense, we talked about it on Collective. If they got Jeremiah Love, I think the next pick would, if Caleb Downs was not at 10, I think the next pick would be Vega Ioane, and it would make all the sense in the world if you did it that way. My hope is they double up on defense tonight. That's really what I hope they do. Whether it's Downs and Delane or it's Downs and Styles, that's what I want them to do.
You know what excites me, man? You get a 300-pound man there, especially if you could trade back from 10 to like 13 or 14. You get Big Vega, man. He is nasty when you see some of the highlight clips while he was at Penn State. He's one of the safest picks you can make in the first round. In the appropriate spot, if they get Vega tonight, I think a lot of Giants fans will be happy. I'd be happy with that pick.
Without question. You want to build the offensive line for your young quarterback, and our right guard situation isn't the best. Of course, he's a left guard, and we also talked about this in Collective. They could easily shift Runyon to right guard. It'd be easier for him to make the adjustment probably, and you'd put the young guy at left guard. You'd put Ioane there, and it'd be better for him to play next to Andrew Thomas anyway. So I think they'll do that, but we'll find out. Michael, thank you for getting it started, brother. Appreciate it. I don't care who we draft. Here's the hope, and whoever makes the team better. Cheers, boys. Cheers, brother.
I'm kind of the same way, Michael. Now, of course, we all have our preferences as fans. At the end of the day, Baddog, we got Harbaugh here now.
Yeah.
We got Harbaugh here now, and I'm going to put my trust in him. He knows a lot more about football than any of us. He's one of the greatest coaches in the history of the NFL. He spent 18 years with the Baltimore Ravens building that program. I think he knows how to build a football team. So no matter what the Giants do here tonight, outside of, like you said, drafting a guy like Ty Simpson, which clearly will not happen, I'm going to get behind it, man, and I'm going to be excited for this upcoming year, man. I think that regardless of what happens tonight, the biggest acquisition the New York Giants made this year happened back in January, whenever it happened, with John Harbaugh. And, that's what we're going forward with, and I can't wait.
I completely agree. And the other thing is, how many years have we done this where obviously we're covering the Giants, but we sit back and look at the draft and go, damn, man, the Ravens had a really good draft. Damn, man, the Ravens had a really good draft. Damn, man, the Ravens had a really good draft. Well, we got a guy that had a big part in what they drafted over there. So I'm ready. Talking Sports and Bill, they can become a member, brother. Appreciate you. Members, where are my members at? Welcome. Talking Sports and Bill. Into the kennel, baby, one time. Jacksonville, what up? Let's go Giants also. What's up with the Mets, Chris?
I don't even want to talk about it. 12 straight losses, man. I saw the stat. The last time the Mets lost 12 straight games was 2002, which I think was the last time the Jets may have made the playoffs. I don't know, but that's insane. And 2002, if you recall, I think that was the year where the Mets went in with a lot of hoopla when they got Mo Vaughn and Roger Cedeno and Roberto Alomar.
Jason Bay there at that point, or
no, he was later on. He was probably
later.
Yeah, 2007 or whatever, maybe 8 or 9. But that was a disaster that year. And 12 straight losses for the Mets, man. I can't even think about baseball right now. Devastated. The Steve Cohen honeymoon is over.
Definitely gone there. Al Batts, hey, you got a problem with me and Chris? You got to go see our guy Al Batts. Good to see you, buddy. He says, "Hey, you paisanos, hope you're both doing great."
Good to see
you. We're living. We'll be doing great after we get 2 studs here tonight, without question.
My mistake on the Jets. 2010 was the last time they made the play.
Yeah, you get the point. It was a long time ago.
Yes.
Right. Bodo, thank you so much. He says, let me clarify. When I said steal one from your old man, I do not support underage drinking. I do support stealing. Bodo. Imp, what's going on? How you doing, buddy? I love to see these football names. It's always good to reconnect with our Giants fam on here. He says, what's that?
That's Dave Gettleman calling to talk about the draft.
Oh, of course. He calls you every draft. The Imp says, as I approach my 696th birthday, I love both of you guys. Thank you, buddy. We appreciate that.
Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, buddy.
Eric, thank you so much. He says, thank you for the effort you both put in covering this crazy-ass team. I'm hoping for Downs and Styles, but I'll be happy with Love, Tyson, O-line. We're going to find out soon. Go Giants 2026.
We did a mock on our other channel, Giants Collective, at 6 o'clock when we did the live. And I really, truly feel that's how it's going to play out with the first 3 picks.
Yep, I agree.
4, I think, is a wild card. I'm leaning it'll likely be Love, like I've said all along, because I think the Titans are going to want to support that young quarterback. But I really think the first 3 picks, regardless of what the chatter has been, that Jeremiah Love is going to go to the Cardinals, I don't believe it. I don't think it makes sense to that team. I think the first 3 picks are going to be Mendoza. I think it'll be Reese to the Jets, the better scheme fit for their defense. And then I think somebody trades up, or the Cardinals just take him. But I'm leaning somebody trades up to pick 3 to take David Bailey, whether that be the Cowboys, whether that be the Saints, or the who was the other team we just? Oh, the Chiefs. I think those are the 3 most likely candidates. I think those are the first 3 picks. And then pick 4 is where it gets interesting. Do they go Love or do they go Styles? I think it's one of those 2. And then
I think we get one of those 2.
And then we have, or we go with Downs. So we'll find out. That's where it gets fun.
We are going to find out without question. Bye Shane. That's a good one. He says the Giants lack real leadership on defense for years now. I think Downs would bring that immediately impact player thoughts. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I think Downs, you want to talk about, he may not be someway. I think it's fair when some people say that Styles probably has a higher ceiling. Like you see some of the things that guy did at the combine. But if you're talking about a safe prospect, the guy that you know is going to be
right there.
Yeah, there he is. A guy that you know is going to be a very good player at the NFL level, hopefully a great player, was a great player well at Ohio State. He's one of the safest picks in the first round. I don't necessarily think he has the highest ceiling, but he's one of the safest picks. You know you're getting a really good player with Caleb Downs.
Yeah, without question. You also know you're getting a really good player with Jeremiah Love if they go that route, without question. But I do think I've been saying all the time, I think it's Downs and Tyson, and I've seen a lot of this too. Agreeing with what I want. I want Styles and Downs. It's really what I'm hoping, but that's a long shot. But shit happens, man. You never know. Taco, thank you, brother. He says, hey, guys, always love watching you guys, especially draft day. Congrats on all your success. Thank you, sir. Let's hope we have a great draft. I think we go Tyson at 5. Let's hope not.
I'm not going to rule it out, but I'm not buying into the pre-draft hoopla. I think it could happen at 10. I don't think it happens at 5.
Yeah, the same. I think if he's there at 10, I think they could go that route. But I think unless Jeremiah Love's there, I think it's a defensive player at 5. It's going to be Styles or Downs, and I think it's going to be Downs.
I'm going to tell you what duo, and I want to get the chat's take on this as well. What duo do you think would excite the fan base the most if they no trade downs? They stay at 5 and 10. I'm going to start with mine. Styles and Downs. I think if they took Styles at 5 and ended up with Downs at 10, and you come out of this draft with that Ohio State duo on the defense, I think the Giants fans would be pumped up going into day 2. They'd look at it, oh my God, 2 incredible young pieces to pair with Abdul Carter. I think that would excite the fan base the most tonight if they ended up with those 2 players.
I agree. Those are the 2 that I want. And then maybe if McDonald is there at 37 tomorrow, you end up taking him and you really strengthen your defense, which was obviously the worst side of the ball. Now you're hoping with better coaching that they'll play better defense, but you just lost Dexter Lawrence, and obviously that's a big loss on the defensive line. So they're going to have to make it up somehow, and I think that starts tonight. Stormtrooper, they remember for over 6 years, brother. He says, howdy, Baddog and Tana. I like Downs and Styles first round, but I'd be happy with Love and Downs. Either way, I'm pumped. Let's fucking go, Giants.
I'd be excited about Jeremiah Love too. I get the argument people make running back. I get it with the scenario with Saquon Barkley. I think it's an entirely different scenario. If they draft him, I'll explain in thorough detail as to why. Let's see if they take him first. But I'd be excited. I think about him. Obviously Malik Neighbors, the dual capability with a Jackson Dart. You bring in a Patrick Ricard. We're going to really emphasize the run, and Isaiah Likely. I think it's a nightmare for opposing defenses to game plan for. I'd be happy with Jeremiah Love. I just am not of the belief he'll be there when push comes to shove.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think he'll be, but if he is there, he's going to be a Giant. Yeah. And all the hinge on what Tennessee does, in my opinion, because I don't think that third pick is going to be Jeremiah Love. It's either going to be 4 or 5. That's where I think he falls. Edwin, I'm guessing a super sticker's little fist bump. My guy, Edwin, thank you so much. I'm guessing because it's $3 and I don't have the YouTube one up, but I'm pretty sure Edwin usually sends that one off. Appreciate you. Dire Giants fan, the main man, the myth, the legend. He's not a myth. He's here. He's a legend. Sup, fellas? Another step towards competitive football after tonight. I'm hoping for a trade down at some point.
Yeah, let's talk about that. What is the chat, Bed? I think we talked about it, but I'm curious to see what the chat thinks is a more likely spot where the Giants will trade down. Is it 5? Is it 10? At 5, I think it becomes much more likely if one of those edge rushers falls to 5, because then that becomes a very appealing pick for teams picking at 9, 12 to move up to grab a Bailey if he were to fall. I don't necessarily think that will happen, but I think 5 becomes very open to being tradable in that scenario. If that does not happen, I think it's much more likely the Giants would trade back at pick 10, depending on who became available with that pick.
Yeah, again, it depends on who's on the board and what trade partners they have. But I agree. I think the more likely scenario is that they trade back from 10. But who knows? I'm looking at the chat is ripping, so we appreciate everybody in there. Yeah, if you haven't done so, hit the thumbs up because it helps. Just hit the thumbs up and subscribe. Out of all the things I saw over here, of course, this is the one that stuck out that I saw right away because you can't get away from Rossini Vrabel. It says, Mr. Cheeseburger said, Diana Rossini is announcing the Patriots' second-round pick. I just thought it was funny.
Diana Rossini is single-handedly ruining the NFL draft. Like, that's like getting half the buzz on Twitter today. Everybody's still talking about this sex.
Dude, everything, like... everything on my feed was all old pictures and old interviews and all other shit. I'm like, where is this coming from? Like, it's just crazy.
It's the day of the draft. I don't want to hear about their sex life anymore. Enough's enough. Enough's enough.
Yeah, he should go away, and the Patriots should not be punished because it's not their fault. Don't give the Eagles anything extra for A.J. Brown. That's the way I'm looking at it. Who do you think the Eagles picked today? Who do you think they're looking at? You think they're looking at wide receiver?
I think they're going either long snapper or punter, the Eagles. Or at least that's what I think they should do. Because they're so complete, Baddog. They are so complete. They got the best of everything of all time. I think the Eagles should go punter or long snapper. They could use some improvements in those areas.
I'll tell you who they should draft. Yeah. Ty Simpson. I think they really could use a quarterback.
That's not joking. They probably could.
But Terrorizing. Thank you, brother. You the man. He says the Legends are back. Super excited for tonight. Let's get Vega Ioane at 10. Cheers, fellas.
Let's go. Let's go.
Go. I know my guy Terrorizing's raising a glass right now. My guy Hammer's in here somewhere. I'm sure he is also raising a glass. My guy Hammer. Bob, good to see you, buddy. He says, Tana, I echo that sentiment. Trust in Harbaugh.
Yeah, that's it, man. Trust in Harbaugh. Let's see where he takes us, man. I'm excited.
And listen, if it goes to shit and people they'll just blame Shane, so don't worry about it. That's what Shane's there for, to take the blame if something goes.
And how did the chat feel? We both talked about it, but how did the chat feel about the value in the Dexter Lawrence trade? Obviously, a love Giant, a guy that I think every Giants fan wished they could have worked something out. It became apparent a day or two leading up into that trade, he was clearly going to be traded. He was demanding out, said he didn't want to play as a Giant. I really don't think you could have gotten more than what they got. Like, I think that was as good of a value as they possibly could have gotten. I wish Dexter was still here. I don't think the team will be quite as good next year, regardless of what they do in tonight's draft without Dexter being here. He's an impactful player. But I think it was a trade that the Giants did as well as they possibly could have given the circumstance. I think you got to be happy factoring everything in if you're a Giants fan.
Absolutely. Think about it. We traded Odell Beckham and ended up with Dexter Lawrence. We picked him 17th overall, and 7 years later, you're getting a 10th overall pick for him. So obviously, and it wouldn't be funny for it to come full circle that Odell Beckham is a Giant this year. Obviously, he's not going to make an impact, but he's definitely he's worked with Harbaugh. Harbaugh really credits him for their locker, his leadership in the locker room. And you take a look at this lineup, there's no reason not to bring him in here and let him compete. So it would just be funny if it came full circle like that. But I put that on Twitter 2 days before it happened. I said, if Cincinnati comes calling with the 10th overall pick for Dex, would you take it? And people are like, you're delusional. Cincinnati ain't going to offer that. That'd be ridiculous. And sure as shit, they got it. I think it's great value. A great value. For a guy that didn't want to be here, Chris, for a guy that's pretty much let it be known he don't want to be here, for them to get a top 10 pick, great move.
And what shocked me even more was the fact that after they gave up that 10th overall pick, the Bengals only extended him for 1 year.
Yeah.
So, we all realize, obviously, he still has 2 years left on the deal, and it's a 1 year extension on top of that. But none of the money is guaranteed over the next 2 years. If Dex has another big year next year, why wouldn't you, if you're the Bengals, expect Dex to do the same thing to you that he did to the New York Giants? He would hold out the demand. So I was surprised that Cincinnati would commit that much to acquiring a Dexter Lawrence and then not commit to him from a financial standpoint and give him a multi-year extension. Not saying you had to go 4 years like they did with Parsons, but 2 or 3 years on top. I was surprised that it was only a 1 year, $28 million extension. Very surprised.
So to me, as I said the whole time, I never thought it was about money for him.
Yeah,
I thought it was about him wanting to get out of here. And I think he played himself out of being a Giant last year. Carl Banks let it be known. Pretty much nobody wanted to hear it from Carl, but Carl was 100% correct. Stormtrooper, thank you again. He says, no wide receiver round run unless it's Concepcion. I like Skylar Bell.
They're not taking Concepcion in the top 10 picks.
No,
he's a guy that you hope, if you're thinking wide receiver, you're hoping early second
round. Pick. Right, second round, yeah.
You're not going in with a top 10 pick.
No.
Good player, though. Very good player.
Yeah. Edwin, member for 3 months. Thank you, brother. What's good, Baddog? We going, what's good? Our draft picks. They're going to be good. They're going to be good. One time.
Yeah.
Horny Tana's back in the house. Always going to see Horny Tana. He's
the beard.
Same picture. Good to see you guys together again. What's your guys' excitement level for the season as of now?
I'm excited, man. I regardless of what happens tonight in the draft, this is like the first year where I'm, outside of 2023, 2022, you're coming up a playoff season. Like, I was excited. I think most Giant fans were to see what they could build upon. Second year with Daboll, he just won Coach of the Year. But bringing in Harbaugh here, man, like, my mind is so fixated on September. Like, I'm excited for the draft, but it's not like years past where, like, the draft is what I feel like is all I have to look forward to. Now it's like, I just want to get to September, man. I want to see what this team looks like with Harbaugh year two with Jackson Dart. Like, you bring a guy like Harbaugh, I think he could turn this organization around real fast. You're talking about one of the greatest coaches in the history of the NFL. So, really excited.
I agree. I mentioned it earlier on my stream earlier today. You think about what the Giants went through last year. Rookie quarterback, he missed time. Offense was pretty good with him. It was terrible with Russ. Only team to put up 30 against Philadelphia. Only one or two teams put up 30 in Denver. He put up 5 touchdowns there. This was out Malik Neighbors all year for him. Half a year of Scatterboo. And the Giants blew 5 double-digit leads. Then they were this close to winning 9 games. Now, granted, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grades. You're that close with an incredibly difficult schedule to winning 9 games with that team. You get Neighbors back. You get Scatterboo back. You got Dart with another year of experience now. He's not a rookie. Yes, you use Dex, and that hurts. But to Chris's point, you brought in much better coaching. And we talked about it. Was it the players or is it the coaches? A lot of people blame the coaches, and that's why the coaches aren't here anymore. That's not an excuse now. And I feel like Harbaugh knows how to build a winner. He did it for years in Baltimore. You should be excited about what the Giants can be, especially with 3 top 40 picks and 2 top 10 picks in this draft. So I feel like we're going to go in the right direction. Let's hope shit works out. Raphael, thank you for sitting into that point. Let the Harbaugh era begin. Let's go Giants. I mentioned the other day, I think the most underrated signing was Jordan Stout. I swear to God.
I love the Jordan Stout signing. I mean, that's a significant upgrade for the New York Giants. Obviously, the Scottish Hammer had a big leg at times, but not very good in terms of pinning you inside the 20. Stout, one of maybe the best in the league in that attribute. So that's a major upgrade for the New York Giants at that position.
Huge. Yeah. Field position, man.
And it better be. We're paying him the highest paid punter in the league, but yeah.
And of course, Pancake Pat. Who don't want to see Scatterboo and Pat Richard just blow people off the line of scrimmage? David says, when will you guys do a Lockdown Live with Patty? We have not worked with Patty in a while. It's just been difficult.
I'm just not as active on YouTube as I used to be. I'm sure if I reached out to Patty, maybe in season or as the season's getting closer, I'm sure she'd have me on and Baddog on, or I'm sure she'd come on our stream. We were talking before we went live tonight. We're going to do at least probably once a week next year in season. We're definitely going to do the show together. I'd love to have Patty back on. Patty's the best. We say it all the time. Patty's as good as they come. She's very educated in terms of the questions that she asks the Giants. Yep. She's as nice of a person as you're ever. Well, I've never met her in person, but obviously we've talked to her dozens of times, on and off camera. I love Patty, so I'd love to work with her again. Yeah,
same. It's just hard to find the time with everything that goes on, but I would definitely love to work with Patty again. When we went to the game, I remember trying to meet her there because I'm like, but they wouldn't allow her to like leave the press box or whatever. So I didn't get to meet her. We didn't get to meet her, but it wanted to. When we went to that Niners game. So maybe someday, but yeah, I'd love to work with Patty again because like Chris said, she knows her shit. She's very smart. Doesn't ask questions just to ask them. She asks legitimate questions, not the same old shit. And yeah, she's the nicest person you ever want to meet. So love to work with Patty again. Our intern's back in the house. Thank you so much, Willie. Says if Joe fumbles this, I'll send Paulie and Chris to his office in the morning.
I don't think I think Harbaugh is just as in charge as making these picks as Shane. So I don't think Joe's going to fumble it. I think the Giants they'll get some good players tonight. I really do.
I think so too. I'm anxious. Yeah. David, thank you so much, brother. Appreciate you. He says, "Hey guys, hope you're doing great. Let's go Giants." What would you do if the Chiefs called and said, we'll give you 9 and 29 and a third this year for this and a second next year for number 5? Also, the Saints love Buckeye wide receivers. So obviously Cardinal Tate is possible too. Yeah, when we did our mock draft on Collective, we said the Saints would probably take a wide receiver at 8. It depends on who's there for the Giants or who's on their board, but 929 and a third and a 5, they would do that in a heartbeat.
If, like you said, unless there's a player that they think is so far above the rest, then you just stay and you take the player. But if there's kind of a bunch of you take that deal in a second. You're getting pick 9. You're adding. First off, I don't necessarily know if you would get that return, but if you were to get that return, 929 and a third, I think you trade down and make that trade.
Absolutely. I mean, even if you got 9 and 29, you might do it because you'd have 3 picks in the top 30.
Yeah.
So I think that alone would be good enough. It just depends on who's there. If the Giants really love someone at 5, like if Jeremiah Love, the Chiefs wouldn't trade up for Jeremiah Love.
I don't know. Trading up for Love. I think Love.
No, nobody's trading up for him.
I think he's going to Tennessee, and if he doesn't go to Tennessee, he's going to us.
I agree. 4 or 5 is where I think he goes. Larry, our guy Larry J. There he is. Listen to Collective during my workout. Who would you say the most unpredictable team and player? Love, Styles, Cowboys, Cardinals. Cardinals, I think, are the most unpredictable. I don't know what the hell they're going to do.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could throw the Cowboys in there too, Larry, because I could see them trading up and being very aggressive in this because they have 2 picks at 12 and 20. There's been rumors that they're looking to make a move, and I could actually see, like I think we talked about on the Collective, those two being a natural match. The Cowboys moving up to 3 to get Bailey to fill that Micah Parsons void. The Cardinals trading back to 12 and 20, taking the quarterback that a lot of people think they may covet with one of those 2 picks in a Simpson, feeling more comfortable taking them at, say, 20 as opposed to 3, and still getting a very good player, maybe a tackle at number 12. So I could definitely foresee a scenario where those 2 teams make a trade tonight.
Yep. So, I mean, it'll be – I think whoever picks 3 is taking David Bailey. I don't know if the Cardinals are going to take him or somebody's going to trade up, but I feel Bailey is going to go 3rd. That's just kind of what I thought.
The Knicks are down 18 points with 3 minutes to go in the second quarter.
All right, so good job by
Dexter, man. Mike Brown sucks.
Fucking garbage. Terrible. Why do you fire a guy that's been your best coach in 20 years for him? Mike Malone would have been a better suited guy for the Knicks. Honestly. Terrible. Imp, thank you, brother. He says, do you think Dable will try to stick it to us? I don't think Dable knows who we're taking, so I don't think he's worried about the Giants. I think Dable is probably worried about the Titans.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of exactly. And
go ahead.
From all we heard, if you recall, Dable went out on really good terms for a coach that got fired. Like, didn't he reach out to Harbaugh and tell him?
Yes, he reached out to Harbaugh. Yes. Yeah,
he reached out to Harbaugh and was part of the recruiting process apparently for bringing Harbaugh in here. Of course, he's still friendly with Shane, so that may have something to do with it. But I like you said, Baddog, I don't think he's thinking about the Giants. I think he's thinking about his new destination and making Cam Ward as good of a quarterback as he can.
Yeah, I agree. And again, it depends. I don't think it matters. I think if Styles and Love are there, whatever one the Titans take, the Giants are taking the other one. That's really what I think. So
first pick, draft has started. I don't think the first pick's in yet.
Yeah, I haven't even seen the Raiders on the clock yet.
We already know Mendoza.
Is this Lynn Swan? Who is this coming out? I mean, it's in Pittsburgh, so it might be Lynn Swan.
I think it is Lynn Swan.
Danny Thomas says, I say we trade down to Miami from 10 to 30 and get 3 third-round picks. They have 4 third-round picks. The Giants have to get way more than that. You're trading back 20 spots. You're going to get 2 first-round picks for 20 spots.
Yeah, I want a future first if I'm dropping from 10 to 30.
At least.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
I don't see the Giants dropping from 10 to 30. There's no way. They traded that 10th pick to get a superstar. Maybe 10 to 13, 10 to 15, but I don't see them dropping all the way to the back end of the first round. When you're going to get, you should be able to get a superstar at 10, and it's kind of a crapshoot in the third round.
There's Ben Roethlisberger on the stage. They got Hines Ward on the stage, some former great.
There's Terry Bradshaw.
Where's Palomalu? You could never miss him with his hair.
Nah, he's got to be around somewhere.
One of my
we're on ESPN.
Oh, yeah, we're on ESPN, yeah.
We are on ESPN. Eric, thank you, brother. He says draft Love at 5, Tyson at 10, go Big Blue. That's what I think they're doing.
If Love's there. Yeah, if Love's there.
I'm sorry. Downs and Tyson, what I think they're doing. If they draft Love at 5, I don't think they're going Tyson at 10. I think it'd be Yoani.
No, I'd be surprised. How many toys? You get Love. Jackson Dart's got enough toys. You go and improve the defense, or you go with the offensive line, like you said.
Yeah, agreed. Where's Hines Ward?
He should be out there. He's right there. He's next to Terry.
Oh, that is him.
Yeah, he put on a couple of pounds, but that's him.
Okay. Well, we all do as we get older, right?
Yeah.
Old Sarge, thank you, brother. He says, I watched Love beat Army all by himself. Get Love. Imagine Love scat Patrick Ricard sock you in the mouth football. Go Army, beat Navy, go Giants. Yeah. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. What's that?
Raiders on the clock.
Raiders are on the clock. Do they get 15 minutes, 10 minutes right now?
It's 10. Giants pick early this year, so we're going to have to ignore the chat probably by pick 3.
Yeah.
Those picks trickle in quick.
They do.
By the way, we should always warn you when anybody that is watching, if you don't want the picks to be spoiled, like we do not want to be, specifically the New York
Yankees. Turn the chat off. No.
Turn the chat off probably by pick 3 because there's going to inevitably be people come in that tell you what the pick is. So just a warning.
Yep. Cody, thank you so much. Just got off work. How's it going, gentlemen? Going good?
Oh, Cody, hope you're doing well, man.
Right.
Got to change the profile picture. I was a big Saquon fan, but you got to change the profile picture, my man.
That's true. Maybe you got to change it to Jeremiah Love at this point. You never know.
Scattaboo's good. You can do Scattaboo.
Scattaboo's definitely good. You can't go wrong with Scat.
Yeah.
Janice, my lady, thank you so much. She says, hey, Chris and Baddog, I'm having a Jack and Coke, or Jack and Diet Coke, rooting on the Giants to make some good decisions. The Dex trade was perfect, in my opinion. Go G-Men.
Good.
Little exotic there for Janice. I'm just having a nice cold Modelo. Let's see what we got. Chris has a Peroni, so we're good. Both of these beers end in vowels, so it's going to be a good night. Thank
you for being here, Janice. Appreciate it.
Imp. Thank you again, brother. He says, I guess Shane figured out we need to propel. We need people who can kick a ball in the game. Football. Yeah. Totally different special teams this year. It'll be nice to have guys that can kick field goals and punt the ball inside the 10.
And I got to shout out Joey Lutz in the chat. I see him. Ray W in the chat. All right, Ray brings up Tom Cruise. We always talk Tom Cruise. He says, Chris, we'll tell you to change your photo to Tom. You know I love Tom Cruise, Ray. By the way, Ray, the new trailer for the new Tom Cruise movie is dropping in a couple of weeks. Digger, which I can't wait to see. But that's enough movie talk for tonight. But I had to say hello to Ray. Thanks for being here, Ray.
The Giants are movie. Hit that thumbs up. We got 300 likes, but we got 1,100 people in here. So we need more likies.
Let's go.
Alex, thank you. Imagine Love and Downs. That would be the best. I'd be very happy if they walked away with those two guys.
That would be exciting. That'd be exciting.
Very happy with that. Acuna King, they remember for over 5 years. That's your cue.
Stand up. Let's go. Let's go.
Ready to go. It'll never be like the first one. The first year Chris and I did the draft together. God, it's history now. Yeah. Freaking Daniel Jones shit. We haven't had one that bad since, which is good.
Hopefully never.
2022 looks like shit, but it didn't look like it that night.
Well, that draft in hindsight.
2023 is a bad one.
Yeah, that draft was far from our worst. We got Dexter Lawrence in that draft.
Yeah. 2020. Oh, yeah. The John saying the first pick, though, was brutal.
Yeah.
We got Dex, but then we got DeAndre Baker. And then we drafted about.
He was in that draft, wasn't he? In the 5th round.
Who's that?
Darius
Slayton. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then how many other cornerbacks did?
I think we took Julian Love in that draft too, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe they did. They did get Love because they drafted like 10 cornerbacks and safeties.
Yeah, that that wasn't a horrible draft.
No, 2023 was a bad one for us.
Yeah.
Ed says we don't have enough good players, no injured wide receivers. We must be talking about Jordan Tyson.
Yeah.
So, they're not going to take him at 5. I'll be shocked if they take him at 5.
My mistake.
Yuri! What's that?
2019. That's my mistake. He was the year
after.
Okay.
2019?
That's what the Bliss fan said, yeah.
Yeah, that's who we're talking about.
Oh, yeah. Daniel Jones was 2019.
Yeah.
Barkley was 2018. So, yeah, I was right. Yeah. Okay.
Yuri, thank you, brother. Which team will reach? Give me downs and offensive linemen. I don't know.
Somebody's gonna reach. It's inevitable. It depends on what you define as a reach.
I don't know what they could. I don't know who's reaching in the top 10 though. Like, what is a reach?
I think the obvious team that many feel may reach at some point in this draft, especially if they trade down, is Arizona because the ties to Simpson at the quarterback spot. But there's going to be a reach. There's going to be an edge defender that you didn't necessarily, or a wide receiver that you didn't necessarily think should go. Where there's always a reach. It's going to happen. It's inevitable.
It does. I think the better question is who's the guy that falls that was supposed to be like a top 5, top 10 pick.
I mean, if I had to guess, Baddog, I think it's Bain.
Bain.
I think Bain's the guy that many felt was going to be a top 5, 6 pick a couple of weeks ago. With some of the stuff that's come out of him, I think it's possible he could fall to the top 10.
Yep. Again, there's always something that comes out, story like that. Somebody's medicals don't clear. They find something bad about a guy and they plummet. Seen it in many years. Gemini Don, thank you, brother. He says, I'm excited for the draft, curious who our Giants pick. Meanwhile, I check the score when cardio. I used to call Gabe Vincent cardio because he'd play 12 minutes for the Lakers and not have a stat. So I say go out there and just do his cardio. Yeah.
Good news. Good news as far as basketball goes. The Knicks were down like 20 last time I checked. Now they're down 8 with going into halftime. So
okay, they made a good run at the end of the half.
They fought back.
Maybe Mikal Bridges is on the bench with 3 fouls, and that's why. What a terrible trade that one was.
I love Bridges, but that was not a good trade.
Too many first round picks.
Oh, not a good
trade. Here we go. It's Fernando Mendoza, right?
Gotta be, of course.
There it is. Yeah.
Ty Simpson.
Yeah.
Oh my! No, I'm kidding. It was Fernando Mendoza.
Can you imagine that shit? Maybe the Jets will take Ty Simpson and now we get into it. We already knew. Everybody knew this pick. Everybody knew that pick.
Yeah.
Gemini Don says, I'm excited. I already got that one. Gabe's killing the Knicks. That's not good. Well, hopefully, like Chris said, they came back. So let's keep getting it. Let's go.
So
right.
I think
the Jets are on the board.
I think pick two is pretty obvious too. I think
Arvel Reese.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Arvel Reese here.
Yeah, we'll see. You never know with the Jets, though. The Jets are. If anybody's more lost than our franchise, it's that one. They don't even know where the hell they're going. I think they go into the wrong locker room half the time. They go into the Giants locker room.
Here we go. Pick 3 is where it gets interesting because that's where I think the trade down becomes a possibility. Yeah. Jeremiah Love could potentially go there. So that's where it starts. That's where the draft starts for me. I think Reese is going to the Jets.
Yep, I think 3 is definitely where it starts. I think Arvel Reese goes here. And again, with the Cardinals, it's just more, do they trade out of that pick or do they keep it themselves? And it is
that could potentially take, I suppose, is Bailey, but I think it'll be Reese.
Yeah, true. We'll see. The Jets have 420 to pick. 420, Green. Oh, did it struggle because you got him?
Oh, what? You might be ahead of me then, Beto. What's it saying in your time clock right now?
418.
Oh, so we're good. We're actually in sync. Yeah. Okay.
Who's interviewing Fernando Mendoza? Diana Rossini.
Yeah.
I had to. Yes. David. Thank you. He says, Yanks up 4-2. Yeah, let's sweep these motherfuckers. Let's sweep these filthy ass Sox.
What are the Mets down? 13-0? Or I don't even know if the Mets playing today. That's how I'm 2 a.m. with them the way they play.
It's Thursday, right? Well, they could have a day off on Thursday. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see what the Mets are doing. I can check real quick. The Yankees have actually won 5 in a row. Mets are winning 6-1 in the bottom of the third.
Wow. Winning streak.
Look at the Mets. Break up the Mets, Chris. Looks like Batty hit a 3-run homer.
Oh, Brett Beatty. Okay.
Brett Beatty, sorry. And Alvarez has an RBI and Robert, he has an RBI. Robert. So does walk twice. All right.
He walks a ton, Soto.
I know he does. So it was good to hit him in front of Aaron Judge last year because Judge, or 2 years ago, sorry. I mean, obviously, you get guys down in front of Judge. It's big time. No.
So still waiting on the Jets pick. Most people think it's Reese at this point, but we'll find out shortly.
Yeah. They're showing Arvel Reese right now in the green room, and it really does look very green. But in there,
and they have another pick tonight. The Jets also a ton of teams have 2 picks.
and there's Bailey, and the pick is in.
Yeah, Jets have a pick. I think it's 16, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, that's their Ty Simpson pick.
Could be. It definitely could be.
Yeah, I think the Jets are looking to tank it and go for Arch next year.
I think they should.
That's what I believe.
Gino's enough to get by for a year.
What's this guy doing? Don't touch your watch like that, dude. Don't put fingerprints on it. It drives me crazy. You're supposed to wipe your watch off. You wipe it. You take your shirt. You wipe. You don't put your finger on it. You don't put your fingerprints on the watch. You wipe it off and clear it off.
It's got to be Arvel Reese, right? Bailey didn't look like he was excited, so it's got to be Arvel Reese.
Well, maybe he didn't look like he was excited because he got drafted by the Jets.
That's a good point. It probably is Bailey after that.
Ah, shit. L.A. Lou, thank you, brother. Happy for a day where we anticipate waiting. Isn't that crazy?
That'd be nice. I'm looking for a day where we don't really care too much about the draft. We're just thinking about going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm looking for a day where we're anticipating going to the playoffs.
Yeah, so I think it's coming, though. We got the coach.
Eventually. Look at that mass of people.
That's a lot of people in Pittsburgh.
A lot of people. Not as many as Detroit. I don't think that was.
Yeah, Detroit was massive.
That was insanity.
What was the draft during the COVID year? Was it Vegas? I can't remember.
I don't remember either.
Oh no, the COVID year was all over the computers, rather.
That's right. Because you were talking about Dave Gettleman not knowing the.
Yeah, it was all over the computers.
Yeah. He didn't do bad that year. He got Andrew Thomas that year.
Yeah,
I don't have my volume up. Is Roger Goodell getting booed? He deserves it. They usually boo him every time. So they take.
And here's the pick for the Jets.
They took David Bailey.
Wow, they took Bailey.
They took David. No wonder he wasn't excited. I told you.
You called it. He looked devastated.
He's devastated because he's a Jet.
Wow. So he still hasn't put a smile on his face.
I mean, a man just, he's going to get tens of millions of dollars. And he's like, oh.
That's not really a shocker. Like, I think most people thought, they'd go one or the other. But at least from what I read going in, most people thought it would be Reese. But Bailey, I thought it would be 2-3 with those two guys. So now I think Reese will go third. But we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, and who knows if the Cardinals trade back now or if anybody wants to trade up to get a guy like Arvel Reese, because Bailey was a guy you could trade up for an edge. Maybe they don't do it now.
Now, what becomes interesting is if Arvel Reese gets past this pick, if he gets 5, now the Giants pick is enticing to trade up for.
Right. Yeah.
So, it's starting to get a little interesting here, Baddog.
Yeah, it is. And again, especially if Reese doesn't go here, I don't know that maybe the Titans take Arvel. I mean, who knows? So
Bailey goes to the Jets. Arizona, I mean, it's you got to think if they're staying with that pick, it's likely either going to be Reese or, of course, Jeremiah Love, as we've heard rumors, even though I don't necessarily think that's a good pick for them, or they could trade out. So we're going to find out right now, Baddog. Yeah. It's usually, I don't even know if it's 10 minutes between these picks because every time I see it, I think it's 8. I think they changed it.
They really moved it up because these things used to be like 15 minutes in between. So,
we know before the Giants pick, there'll be a commercial. There always is.
Oh, God, yeah. They're just waiting for that. But usually they have a commercial for the Jets pick, too, so they didn't do that this time.
Good point.
They didn't do it this time. Now we're starting to get a little bit anxious here.
What do you think, Baddog, with this pick? You think it'll be – I don't want to look at the chat, so I'm going to turn the chat off now because I know these
yeah, I'm not – I have the chat off.
So do you think it'll be Love here, or do you think it'll be Reese or a trade down? Where are you leaning with this pick? Or potentially a guy like Sonny Styles or an offensive lineman. It's not crazy. It could happen.
I really don't know. We talked about this. The Cardinals are, whoever asked that super chat earlier, most unpredictable, and we said the Cardinals. And I really don't know what the hell they're going to do. So it'll be really, really interesting. Man of 1,005 holds. Thank you so much. Giants have 2 chances. Impossible to mess it up. Well, we are the Giants, so Nothing's impossible with us, but I feel good. I feel good about what they're going to do tonight. I feel good about it. He's like, I'm going to translate. I can't believe the fucking Jets took me. I thought that the Cardinals are going to trade back and I was going to go a better team. I was hoping maybe Dallas because, at least they compete. But now I'm stuck in this team that's, looking to tank and get Arch next year. So I'm excited about next year because we might get Arch. But this year I'm just going to, go through the motions. And I can't believe my Jet.
He still has a smile. He smiled a little bit there. Okay.
That's just funny that I say you said he's not smiling. So it's got to be Reese. I said maybe that's why he's not smiling because the Jets took him.
You called it.
And there it is. They got to sign their card. They got to sign that printing plate so that the card companies get that out there in the market. Panini or whoever the hell it is.
Yeah, probably Panini.
Panini.
So Arizona still hasn't made they're probably going to let this take all the way down because I do think they're at least taking calls here.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
But I think the David Bailey thing throws a wrench in the machine there because I think if the Jets went Arvel Reese, somebody would have traded up for an edge. Arvel Reese wants to be an edge, and he's kind of a hybrid, so
he does. Yeah, he may not necessarily fit may not be as likely to fit as many team schemes. Yeah,
right. So it'll be interesting. The Cardinals got about 100 seconds left here.
Could the Giants? I don't think they will, but could they take Arvel Reese if he fell? It's the draft. Anything could happen.
They could. It's just funny because you've heard no news on Arvel Reese.
Yeah.
At all. So maybe that's just because they assumed he wasn't going to get to them. But if he gets by this pick, there's a possibility because I don't know if the Titans would take him. I don't know, man. It's hard. Here's the Cardinals made the pick, so let's see what they got.
So you got, I think it's either more than likely Love or
Reese.
Reese. But could be a tackle. I could see them thinking long term here with Maui Noah. It's possible.
Yeah, that might be a bit of a reach for them, but Jeremiah Love's probably the best player in this draft. But like you said, I don't know that that's the right pick for them. That mentioned earlier, unless again they take Ty Simpson later in this draft.
Yeah.
Then, like Anthony mentioned, maybe then because, like I said, you go into this draft and the Cardinals are kind of in the same situation that the Giants were in, where they're really not equipped to take a running back. There is Jeremiah Love right there.
He's not smiling.
He's like, God, please, I don't want to go there.
He's not smiling, which means he probably got picked by Arizona because who?
You can tell they're like, fuck, no.
There's a smile.
Yeah. He's like, they didn't take me. Nugget says, okay, been convinced. Let's get some love. I don't think he's getting to us. I just don't. I would love me some love.
You think he's going to go here, Baddog, or you think they go with the edge?
I really don't know what the hell they're going to do. I have no clue what the Cardinals are going to do. I just assumed Reese Bailey. And Bailey going to the Jets kind of threw a whole, like I said, a monkey wrench into the plans here. So let's see what they do.
I think it's one of those three. I think it's either Arvel Reese, I think it's Love, or it's a tackle.
Yeah.
But I'm
leaning. If Love goes here, though, I wonder what Tennessee would do.
I'm leaning they're going to go Love, even though I don't think it's a good pick for them.
Let's see. Jeremiah Love.
That I love Jeremiah Love. No pun intended. I do not love that fit for him.
No, I don't think it's a good pick for the Cardinals at all. Not there.
So now that takes a lot. Anybody that was worried about the Giants taking a running back, you're not worried about that anymore. Now it's pretty clear. It's more. I think we're going defense with our first pick.
Yep.
Are you going Downs? Are you going Styles? Or are you going Arvel Reese? Those are probably the three most likely guys potentially now.
I think they're going Caleb Downs because I don't see Tennessee taking Caleb Downs.
I'm gonna tell you what, Baddog. If Tennessee goes Styles, which they might, obviously we know Salah's enamored with the linebacker position while he's with the 49ers. If they go Styles, I think it's very possible the Giants trade down from 5.
It is very possible.
Very possible. Because I could see
it up for Arvel Reese. It's
I could see a team like the Saints wanting to move up to that pick. I could, I think a trade down is very much in play if Arvel Reese gets to 5.
Yeah, I didn't think Arvel Reese would get this far as it is. So I thought he'd be one of the top 3 picks. Larry, thank you, brother. This draft is already crazy, and they always are, man. They always are.
That is a horrible pick for the Arizona Cardinals.
I don't really know what. Again, I don't know what direction the Cardinals are.
He's a great player, but you don't have a quarterback of the future on that roster.
The line is awful.
I do not like that pick for Arizona.
They got rid of Kyler Murray. I mean, if they kept Kyler Murray, you could see it, right? But
I hope it works out. I like him, but that's a tough spot.
Yeah. Again, it reminds me of when we drafted Saquon. He was a great player, but we were not ready for Saquon. And I don't think that the Cardinals are ready for Jeremiah Love. I don't think that that's a spot for him.
They'd probably take Simpson later in the draft if I had to guess, but still don't like
You would think so.
Yeah.
But what if they don't get him?
Yeah.
There's that 99-yard run. I don't know what happens. But
I think we might trade down if Reese gets past Tennessee here.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Get some more picks, and I still think Caleb Downs is going 5. That's kind of been my.
But the Giants may look at it like if we could drop to 8, we could still probably get Downs and get some day 2 picks.
Right. That's true too.
Now
if Sonny Styles is here at 5, then it's possible they do that.
Yeah. But you would think Reese would be a player that somebody's going to want to move up for. You would think.
If Reese goes here, then pretty much the first 4 guys that we thought would be off the board are off the board, just in different spots.
Yeah.
If Reese doesn't go here, that's the guy that's fallen already, because I thought he'd go top 5 easily. He still may if the Giants want to trade back.
Could go to Tennessee too, I suppose. Picks in.
They wasted no time.
Let's see who the pick is. I mean, I think it's probably Styles, but I don't know. It could be Reese.
Rich Rod says, AZ, you sexy organization. I will never mock you again. Jay, thank you. Ricky was right on Love yet again. Ricky Scoops, my guy Ricky Scoops.
I mean, there was a lot of
talk about Love to the Cardinals.
Yeah. I mean, teams do dumb things. I just didn't think it made a lot of sense for them, but they, hopefully it works out.
I didn't either. I thought it made more sense with the Titans.
Yeah.
Because again, they have the same situation we're in. You got a young quarterback there. You have a quarterback you hope is their future. The Cardinals don't. I mean, maybe they do get Ty Simpson, and then they have who they believe in.
Yeah.
If they don't.
Yeah.
Like say the Jets took him. I mean, I don't think the Jets will take him at 16, but who knows?
Tennessee, like you said, did not waste any time.
They wasted no time.
Giants on the clock already because the pick's in for the Titans.
Yeah, we'll have a commercial right after. you know that.
What do you think, Baddog? You think Styles or Reese?
I think it's Sonny Styles. But also, I didn't think Reese would fall here, and maybe Tennessee really likes him.
Yeah.
So they must have had something planned if Love. Maybe they never really coveted Love either. Who knows?
We'll see what Saleh does.
Yeah.
What a crazy coaching staff. How the 2 failed New York coaches.
I know.
On the same staff with Dable and Saleh.
All they need now is to get Gettleman or Shane as a GM, and they're loaded. Loaded with Giants guys. And Brasillo's over there too. Not that Brasillo failed here, but
yeah,
Brasillo's over there as well.
All right, let's see, Baddog. What do you think?
What they do. Let's see what they do.
I'm going to go Styles. I just feel like it fits.
That's what I think, too. I feel like that's.
Yeah, I'm going Styles here.
That's what I think, too. I didn't think Reese would fall this far, honestly. but I think it's Sonny Styles as well.
Carnell Tate?
Carnell Tate, dude. There's the first big surprise of the night.
Now, I mean, it makes sense. Young quarterback, you want to get him a weapon. It's not like a crazy pick, but I didn't expect it.
I didn't expect that. I didn't expect Tennessee to go wide receiver at all.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty clear they were going to go Jeremiah Love if he got
Sonny
there.
Styles? Is this Sonny Styles or is this a trade back? Because Arvel Reese is still on the board.
You now have a plethora of players. If you're the Giants with this pick, you could go Arvel Reese if you wanted to. You have a very appealing pick to trade down. Of course, you could go Caleb Downs, who was the favorite going into tonight. Sonny Styles is now available. I
think they're going Sonny Styles, dude. I
think they should.
I don't think he gets there at 10. I don't think he makes it to 10.
I think you got to.
I think Caleb Downs could.
See if teams want Arvel Reese. Try to trade back a couple of spots.
Yeah, if you could get back, if you could go back with the Saints.
If you're not going to take Reese anyway, and if you could get to the 8th pick, and you could still get a guy like I would love to be able to move down to like that 8th pick right now.
Yeah, get another 3rd round pick or get a 3rd round pick. Jixer, thank you. Says, should we call the Titans to see if they would trade Jeffrey Simmons in a 2nd round for number 10, or should we call Jacksonville for Brian Thomas Jr. in the 2nd? They're not talking to Tennessee because they made their pick. Again, it makes sense, but I did not have Carnell Tate go in top 5.
Makes sense though.
It does, but I didn't think they were going.
I didn't think he would go.
I guess Tennessee was going to go. They probably had it. We're either going to go Jeremiah Love or Carnell Tate. That's my guess. I think they were going to go offense the whole time.
Giants are not trading. The pick's already in. So,
wow. It's Sonny Styles or Caleb Downs. It's one of them.
Or Reese.
Man, I heard nothing about Arvel Reese to the Giants, though.
Yeah, I'm not predicting it, but
there's a Buckeye that's going to be a Giant one way or the other here.
It's definitely going to be defense with this pick. I would think.
Yeah, I would think so too.
But the other thing you could argue, Baddog, and I would not like this pick, but the chatter you heard about Jordan Tyson going into the draft, the Giants may be looking at the board and say, look at all these defensive players that are still available.
Right.
Get to 10 more than likely. If we like Tyson, let's take him now. So I wouldn't rule that out either with this pick.
I don't want that, though.
I don't want it. But I'm saying when you look at the board, you still have Mansour Delane, you still have Caleb Downs, you still have Sonny Styles, you still have Arvel Reese.
Yeah.
So they may look at it and say, well, if we like Tyson, I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, true. If they feel that they were going to walk away with 2 of those guys anyway, I think it's a Sonny Styles.
You think it's Styles? I'd be happy with Styles because if you get Styles here, Baddog, I think it's very possible
you get Love.
You might be able to double up with Downs. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why I say Sonny Styles, because I don't think Styles will get to 10. I think Downs could because, again, somebody's going to take Arvel Reese, you would think. I think Cleveland is going to go lineman at 6. And then you got Washington. They could take Arvel Reese. The Saints could take a wide receiver. And Kansas City, I mean, I don't know what they would do. They might take Caleb Downs, but I think Mansour Delane makes more sense for them. Danny says, go Styles and take Lemon at 10.
I want Styles if I had to make a guy that I wanted, because I think it's very possible, even though a lot of Giants fans disagree on Twitter, I think it's very possible that Downs falls to 10.
I could see it.
And I don't necessarily think Styles would fall to 10. I think there's a good.
I agree. I think that it's more likely that Downs gets there.
I think Washington would good chance they could take Styles.
I think the most surprising thing in this so far is that they did not take a commercial before the Giants pick.
They will right after pick 9 though.
Oh yeah. Yeah, at some point they got to take one, don't they?
They got to.
Who are we taking?
I'm going.
While you're in here, hit that thumbs up. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. It helps out the stream. Make sure you hit it. We're at 463. Oh, my Lord, they took a commercial.
They did.
They took a commercial.
I don't think there has ever been a draft since we've been doing this, Baddog, for 8 years where the Giants haven't gone to commercial before their first pick.
I swear. It's just crazy because they know that New York market is just waiting on pins and needles. And you're right. They'll do it again before pick 10.
They always do it. Always.
They do it every time.
And the pick was already in, by the way.
Yes.
The Giants had to pick it immediately. They said, no. We got to get to the New York market. Everybody's going to rush to the TV.
Yep. Let's go. At 503, that's what I'm talking about. Like that, it just jumped to 503. Appreciate it.
Knicks down 15, by the way. Right out of the half. 15. 13 now. 13.
Yeah. Here's to the next season. It was a good one.
Yep.
Unbelievable. Well, I guess all the prognosticators looking good now. They said the biggest chance for an upset in the first round was the Hawks beating the Knicks, and that's the way it looks right now.
They lose tonight. Game 4 is a must win.
Yeah. Can't believe that they fucking lost game 2. Yeah, keep hitting that thumbs up. We're not looking at the chat. We don't want any spoilers. And if you don't want spoilers, I suggest you don't look at the chat either.
I'm going. I know the late noise was on Downs. I'm going Sonny Styles here. I think the Giants go Styles.
I do too. Because again, I think the possibility of Downs getting to 10 is better than I don't think Styles gets past Washington. And
maybe
if Styles goes past the Giants, I could see Dallas trade up with Cleveland to get Sonny Styles.
If you go by what all the insiders said, though, they all said the Giants weren't interested in them. So we're going to find out if it was smoke or not right now with this pick.
Yep. Because if he gets by the Giants, I think Dallas trades up with Cleveland. And because Cleveland don't need to draft a lineman right now. They could draft a lineman at 12.
Browns trading 6 to KC. Chiefs just moved up to pick 6. So you have to think that's for Reese.
I would think so.
You got to think that that's more than likely the Chiefs trading up for Arvel Reese.
Yep. So Cleveland doesn't trade with Dallas. They traded with Kansas City.
So at least Reese won't go to the Commanders.
Right.
We'll see what Washington. I think Washington, if we go Styles here, which we may not, we may very well go down.
Washington's going wide receiver. Maybe.
I think they go Jordan Tyson.
They definitely could.
Now, if Styles is on the board, I think they take Styles.
Yeah, agreed.
Like if we go Downs, I think Washington takes Styles.
We're gonna find out. But the Chiefs did not trade up to get Caleb Downs.
No, I think
the Browns are not taking Caleb Downs.
No.
So
yeah, if you're the Giants looking at
taking Caleb Downs, Washington's the only team that may take him.
If you like, and we don't know if the Giants like Styles, they may not. But if they like Styles, I think it makes a lot more sense to take Styles here because I think it's much more likely that they would be able to get both players. I think it's less likely Styles drops to 10.
Agreed. Well, we gonna find out right now.
Here we go. Is it gonna be Styles
or Downs?
Tyson? That's the wild card here is Tyson with all the smoke we heard, right?
Yeah.
But you have to think the Chiefs know the Giants aren't taking Reese, otherwise they wouldn't have traded up to 6.
Right, exactly.
Because they probably already know the pick because the pick was in, I would guess.
Correct.
Yeah.
Not only do we have a commercial, then they have some kind of ceremony or recognition. They have to just delay.
Milk that New York market.
Gotta milk it.
What are we thinking, Baddog? Styles?
It's Styles or Downs.
It's Ohio State.
It's Ohio State.
They took Arvel Reese?
Arvel Reese.
Wow.
Did not see that coming at all.
Wow. I'm not upset at all. You can never have enough pass rush.
No, I just can't believe that I can't believe that.
Now you have to think Kayvon Thibodeau is getting traded now, right?
Yes.
Now he's a versatile player. He could play both middle linebacker and off the edge.
I can't believe Reese fell to 5.
Another versatile player in that defense. That they're gonna have some exciting players that could do multiple things now between him, Abdul Carter,
Brian Burns.
I'm
blown away. Who did the Chiefs trade up for then? Sonny Styles? Like, who did the Chiefs move up for We know that's the Chiefs because they just said it, even though it's showing the Browns on the clock. But we just saw that the Browns traded with the Chiefs.
So do you think Kayvon gets traded before the end of the draft?
He very well could. Maybe they have someone in place and I don't know. But you really don't need you really don't need Kayvon Thibodeau now. Nigel Break, thank you, brother. He says, I can't believe Arvel Reese fell to the Giants. Like
Most people had him going 2 to the Jets.
Right. That's where I thought he was going. So I never even considered Arvel Reese because I never thought he'd get to us.
Listen, when you're drafting, you're not just drafting for next year. You're drafting for the next 5 or 6 years. And if you could get a player that you feel is the best available player on the board at a premium position, you can't be upset with that.
I can't believe he was there.
Yeah. So the Giants got Arvel Reese. And that, I mean, what do you think we do? I mean, I think it's Downs, right? At pick 10 if he gets there.
It's Downs or
a lineman.
Tyson.
Or Tyson. Yeah.
B-Rog. Well, you're right. My friend B-Rog says I don't think it'll be Styles. Not at 5. Well, it's not going to be Styles now anyway because you just grabbed the linebacker. So they're not going to get Sonny Styles. They like Reese better. I mean, this guy's a fucking beast. I can't believe he was there. I just never.
Yeah, well, he's a guy that, like they're showing here, positional versatility. He played both middle linebacker and off the edge.
Yeah,
he's gonna be a chess piece in our defense.
Yeah, Ryan Day was talking about him earlier, how he's a power guy and he can do so many different things. Like he can line him up anywhere. So it is just another chess piece. It's just I can't believe Arvel Reese was there. Dude, I'm fucking pumped. I just can't believe he was there. So I never thought the Giants even considered that guy.
In terms of value, you got a great pick. I know a lot of Giants fans may not be happy because it's not regarded as our biggest need. Joe Shane did the same thing last year. Remember when he took Abdul Carter going into the draft? You would have thought that was one of our least. Kayvon Thibodeau was coming off a pretty good year. You had just gotten you traded for Brian Burns, but he thought Abdul Carter was the best available player, and he took him. He realized it was an important position. Same thing here.
That's crazy, man. Aaron, thank you, brother. He says, per Schefter, the Giants don't intend to trade Tibbs. I mean, but they don't know. They don't know anything. Like nobody mocked Arvel Reese to the Giants. Yeah. In all the mocks that I saw, nobody had him going to the Giants. I don't know that anybody had Carnell Tate going to the Titans either, for that matter.
I think that was a bigger – like if you would have told me Reese was going to fall to the Giants, I would have said it's possible. But I'm a little bit more surprised that Tate went forward to the Titans.
Yeah. I can't believe that he fell at. I can't believe that he landed in the Giants' lap. Now I'm really curious to see what the hell they do at 10.
I'm curious to see what the Chiefs traded up for. Did the Chiefs trade up for Mansour Delane, perhaps? Did they
Maybe.
trade up? Did they trade?
Why would you think that? Would you think the Chiefs don't think he's getting there?
What about Tyson? Could they have jumped?
That's possible.
Could they have jumped Washington, knowing they might go wide receiver to get their nice piece?
That's very possible.
That makes sense, right?
That's very possible. They said the Giants didn't take Jordan Tyson. We're jumping up to get him. Very possible. I don't know.
I think the Commanders go, especially if Tyson goes here. I think they go Styles. No.
Yeah, I think they have to go Styles. And then, I mean, who knows what the hell the Saints do? The Saints might go line.
We might get a fatty, Baddog.
Might get a fatty.
We might get a fatty. There hasn't been a lineman taken yet.
Has not. Cleveland might go Maui Noah there at 9. They could take. They're going to take a fatty. They did trade up to get Mansour Delane.
Yeah, well, corner was one of their bigger needs, so that's why he was the first name I mentioned. But I thought Tyson could make sense there, so they wanted to make sure they got their corner.
I'm surprised, but who did they think was going to take Mansour Delane? Washington, New Orleans? Like, where did they think he was landing?
He's far and away the best corner in this draft. If you listen to any expert, so they wanted to make sure they got their guys, so they move up and they get them.
Yep. Stormtrooper says, I'm upset we got Reese, wanted Downs. Am I wrong? You still may get Caleb Downs.
Still got another pick, my man.
That's still very possible. Lee, thank you. Says no better way to spend a draft with the boys. Appreciate that. Without question. Zero Storm, is this a good pick? Yes. He's a fucking beast. I'm just surprised I didn't even consider him as a New York Giant because I didn't think he got out of the top 4. I thought he was going to the Jets. I'm more in shock than anything that he landed in our lap.
The Giants stuck to their board. They said we're going to take the best player. They're not drafted for need, which is what good teams do.
Commanders did immediately. These guys ain't fucking around tonight, Chris.
You shouldn't be drafted for need at the top of the draft. You should be taking the best player on your board, and that's obviously what the Giants did.
David, thank you so much. Well, appreciate it. He says Giants get a steal at 5 and Yankees sweep. Great night so far. And it looks like the Mets are going to win.
And
just too bad.
The
Knicks might pull it off.
Halfway through the third quarter, Knicks now down 4.
Look at this. Might be a good night for New York after all. Let's go, John. I'm shocked I got Arvel Reese. I just very surprised.
I'm happy with that pick. Like you said, I'm just a little taken aback because there was nobody talking about him as a possibility to the Giants.
I just didn't think he's getting there. Grade the Reese pick without more context.
And I always thought it was possible we could take him if he fell, but I thought it was more likely we would trade back if a guy like that fell because of the value you could potentially get. But the Giants obviously felt he was too good of a player at too important of a position to pass up.
I think that's, I don't know how to grade it. I'm saying that's probably an A minus or an A. I thought Arvel Reese was a top 2 guy. I thought for sure he was going to the Jets. Now, maybe at the very beginning, we talked about Arvel Reese as a Giant, but as you heard more and more shit come out, it just didn't seem like it was possible he'd get there. So I like it.
What do you think you have for the Commanders? Sonny Styles?
It's got to be Styles, unless it's a wide receiver.
Could be Jordan Tyson, yeah.
Could be. Zach Dingy says Denard Wilson runs a NASCAR style defense. Well, you just got a burner right there. You just got a freaking guy that can.
Him and Carter in the same defense. Oof.
Yeah, with Brian Burns.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. David, thank you so much. He says if Reese develops, this will be a steal. I love it. He's going to be just fine. He got good coaching this time around. And the thing is, when you're Arvel Reese now, you don't have to come in and be the man right away. You can be the man, but you got Abdul Carter there. You got Brian Burns there. You got other guys. So there's going to be all this pressure upon him. I just can't believe they got. I did not, of all the freaking things I looked at, that wasn't even a guy I considered because just didn't think he'd ever be there.
Yeah.
So that was a surprise.
Surprise, it was a good surprise.
It was a surprise, right?
Yeah.
Let's see what the Commanders take. This could be Jordan Tyson. They definitely need a wide receiver. Gave Scary Terry all that money. It was ass. Debo's 1,000 years old. I don't even know who the hell else they have.
Jerome Bettis.
Yeah. Still the boss.
He looks like he lost a little bit of weight, though, right?
Yeah, from his playing days. He's down to $3 bills. Rich says, is Carter going full-time linebacker now? Reese is good, but I don't know. They must have had a plan for it. I don't know either. They must have had a plan for it, though. I never. I'm excited
to see what they do with both these guys in their defense now. I'm excited.
Yeah. I'm really curious to see how they do that. There's Lynn Swan. Jerome Bettis.
So who the Commanders taking? Let's see. Styles, Downs, Tyson.
I think if they take Styles, I think New Orleans is taking. I think they're taking Tyson, and then I think Cleveland's taking a fatty, and then I think we're taking Caleb Downs. I guess they're gonna. Although if Tyson gets to the Giants at 10, I could see that too.
Sonny Styles.
Sonny Styles makes sense.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah, that's where I thought he'd go if he got past the Giants. So that he
Yeah.
goes there. I think I'm leaning. Tyson now goes to the Saints, like we talked about on our mock draft. Young quarterback, give him another piece. I think that makes sense there. Or they could go Lemon if they prefer him, but I could definitely see a wide receiver here going to the Saints.
The one thing about, you talk about our turf. I mean, he's on artificial turf in New Orleans. I don't know how good that is for your shit either. So, I don't know. Man. I just can't believe Arvel Reese fell to the. Schefter said we don't. Yeah, that's what somebody else just mentioned too, but we'll see.
They may not trade him tonight in the draft, but I think long term it shows. I mean, who knows? We don't know, but I'd be very surprised at this point with the money you're committing to Burns, with the money you're committing to Carter, obviously Reese. Like, I'd be very surprised if they commit to Kayvon on an extension.
I agree. So, Giants can say anything they want. It doesn't mean Schefter knows. They could be lying to him too.
Yeah.
Who the hell said that? But maybe it is. I guess the Giants. I guess it was true, Chris. I guess they really were not interested in Sonny Styles because he was there and they passed on him.
They may have had Reese as their number 1 overall player on their board.
Yep.
And they may have said he's too good to pass up, regardless of what they thought about Styles.
Yeah.
That's entirely possible. Most people had him mocked as the first non-quarterback taken in the draft.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I thought he was going to the Jets.
Yeah, so this doesn't necessarily mean that they didn't love Styles or Downs or anybody. It may have been just too good of a player for them to pass up.
Yeah. Alicia, thank you so much. Reese and Downs, his defense can be scary this year. Well, let's hope Caleb Downs gets to us. That was really the guy I wanted to walk out of this draft with.
Let's talk about the possibilities here for the Giants. If you're going to double up on defense, obviously Downs is a possibility. Delane got picked, so yeah. I think if they're going defense, Downs is the likely pick if he gets there. Malinois is a clear possibility if they want to go line.
Yeah.
I suppose same thing with Vega. They could trade down, or Jordan Tyson. They could go wide receiver. So
right.
I think that's what we're looking at with this pick. Probably offense, though, if I had to guess.
I would imagine they were going to go on each side of the ball. But unless Caleb Downs was there, then I think that's their guy. But I
will be. Yeah.
Also didn't think they were getting Arvel Reese, so I don't know anything. Stormtrooper, thank you. He says, my mistake. I wanted Styles over Reese. Who's better? Well, they're both pretty freaking awesome. They play different positions, though, and it's just tough to say. But they play different. They're both really good at their positions. I don't know, man. Reese was the better prospect coming out of college. But
if I'm not mistaken, I think Reese played inside linebacker his entire collegiate career until his last year.
Yeah, so he can do both.
They moved him to the edge. So I'm not that he's definitely not going to be a full-time middle linebacker, but I do certainly think he's a guy that they will move around.
Yeah. Which to me means that Abdul Carter can just play the edge. And they don't need to fucking move him around. But they can move them both around. They could switch. They can do a lot of shit now.
Yeah.
That's really that pass rush has become extremely versatile and dangerous. Matt, thank you, brother. He says Jet fans will be in shambles if Reese winds up being better than Bailey. Very possible because it's the Jets. So very possible. Hammer, thank you, brother. Draft night, but we drinking from cans. Damn right. I don't have any drafts. Drinking from cans. Chris has a bottle.
I got a bottle.
You got a bottle. I might need to go get another one. A-Bomb, what up, brother? Go Yankees. Let's go. Nice sweep of Boston. 49ers rule. Baddog's a GOAT. Thank you, brother. How can I be the GOAT and you're the GOAT?
Knicks down 11. Baddog. They every time I look up, they come on.
Up, down, up,
down. Now they're down 13. Now they're down 13. Ridiculous.
Well, they took a commercial break here before the Saints. So,
yeah,
it's not a commercial. I'm sorry, they're interviewing Fernando Mendoza.
Okay. Yeah,
I thought it was a commercial.
I'll check the chat after the Giants pick because at this point,
I saw a woman like in a kitchen with a gigantic spread behind her. I thought it was a commercial for something. It looks like a commercial.
Exactly. It looks like a commercial.
It is a commercial. It's LinkedIn. They had it recorded already. It is a commercial.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, yeah.
It is. Keep in that thumbs up. Let's get 1,000, baby. Come on. Come on.
Okay. Question. I'm watching this commercial here. I don't know if you have the same commercial as me. They're at the diner.
Yeah.
Do you put ketchup on your eggs?
No.
I don't either. Some people love to do it. No, I've done it.
No.
It's not bad, but it's not something I do regularly. I'm not a big
ketchup goes on French fries. That's really all I put in a hamburger.
Hamburger. Yeah.
It's a hot dog.
Hot dog. Well, you go with mustard before ketchup, but I could do both.
Yeah, but you put ketchup. You don't put it on your eggs. If I'm putting anything in my eggs, it's salsa or hot sauce.
Okay.
But I usually just eat.
People do the ketchup and eggs, though. A lot of people do.
Nah, if anything, I just put pepper on my eggs. I usually just eat the eggs with some black pepper and call it a day. John, thank you, brother. He says, let's go. We got Reese. Yankees swept the Sox. We love it. Life is good. Baddog and the Tainer are to go. Appreciate you, John. Thank you, buddy. Much appreciated.
John down from Tennessee. I wonder how the Titans fans feeling with their pick. But good to see you, John.
Yeah, I wonder myself. A-Bomb, thank you, brother. He says, I want to interview on my channel, Baddog. I have to check my calendar, but anytime, brother. Well, anytime I'm free. But yeah, without question. All good. All good, my man. We'll do it. We'll link up, figure it out. Taco Master. Easy getting stomped in the third equals easy W. Talking about the Knicks. Taco Master is always in my Lakers streams and always says the Knicks are up by 10 in the fourth. I'm very concerned because he knows.
Yeah.
He knows. So the fact that the Knicks are getting stomped in the third, he's going opposite and saying it means the Knicks are going to come out and win.
I hope he's right.
He will.
Hope he's right.
A-Bomb, thank you again. Yeah, we'll work it out, man. We will work it out, or whatever the hell that Beatles song is. We'll figure it out, my friend. We will figure it out.
So what do you think, Baddog? I mean, those are the two names we heard the most of the Giants are the two best players available on Mel's board, Downs and Tyson. And I would think Maui Noah is very much.
Yeah, I think Maui Noah or Fano end up with Cleveland.
One of them, yes.
So the Giants are going to have a Downs or Tyson.
Probably, I think that's the. And I would lean Tyson because we went defense, but they certainly could double up on the D.
Yeah, and they could use that.
Yeah.
I heard Diana Rossini doubled up on the D.
Yes, she did.
I couldn't help myself.
Yes, she did.
She probably did more than double up, double down,
quadrupled up on the D.
Yeah,
she hit all four bases.
Oh, without question. Without question.
Picks in.
Gives a whole new definition or meaning to insider information.
What are we thinking?
I think it's Tyson. John says some Titans fans see Tate as a panic pick. Maybe thought the Cardinals were bluffing with Love. Cam gets a weapon now, at least. Yeah, I was surprised.
I think I think that was the mindset going into the draft for the Titans. We're getting this quarterback a weapon no matter what.
Yeah, that was the biggest surprise to me.
And there goes Tyson.
There goes Jordan Tyson. That made sense. So we mocked that we said New Orleans, but we thought maybe Carnell Tate because we didn't think Tate would be off the board yet.
So now you're thinking either Love or a Fatty, probably.
I think the Giants are getting Caleb Downs.
I'm not Downs rather, or a Fatty.
Because I don't see Cleveland drafting Caleb Downs. I don't see that happening. I think Cleveland's going Fatty here.
Cleveland goes to Fatty. Giants go with Downs.
Unless they took Mekhi Lemon, but I don't know that they would do that. Is it possible the Giants take Mekhi Lemon at 10? They like Mekhi Lemon.
They brought him in for a top 30 visit.
I think it's Downs, dude. I'll be really shocked if it's not.
Unless the Browns take him.
I don't see the Browns taking a safety here.
Probably
They need line help bad.
Probably not.
John says, boys, when Vrabel coached down here, it was the worst kept secret we all knew. Obviously, it's all coming out now. It's all coming out now. All the dirty laundry's being aired, brother. All of it.
Picks in. We could go Vega too. I mean, I'm not ruling it out enough.
We could also trade back.
We could.
I honestly think if Downs goes here, then I think they would trade back. I think Caleb Downs is a giant.
Or they could go with the tackle.
Jordan Tyson is not crying tears of joy, Chris. He is now sitting there going, my God, I have to have Shador Sanders throwing me the football in fucking Cleveland.
He went to the Saints. He went to the
Saints. Sorry. Man, then maybe he is happy. Why the hell am I thinking Cleveland's picking now?
Yeah.
No, he actually might be happy about that.
Yeah.
Now, Tyler Shuckett's a really good weapon. He goes opposite Chris Olave. This kid is, again, injury history aside, he's a fucking beast.
Yeah. No, he's the most talented receiver in this class.
I'm surprised Tennessee didn't go that route. Like, I thought he'd be the first wide receiver off the board. But the Carnell Tate thing, I really was shocked that he went 4.
That was a surprise.
That was a surprise. As much as Arvel Reese, Arvel Reese being there is because Carnell Tate went 4. I just didn't see that coming. I didn't see Carnell Tate being a top 5 pick. Bailey and Love we thought would be, just we thought they'd go to different teams.
If we're being honest, the Cardinals should have taken Arvel Reese. The Cardinals should have. That would have been the better pick for them. But hey, we got him. So I'll roll with it. Let's do it.
I wonder if let me see if they graded that pick yet.
I mean, the only knock you could have on that pick is that it wasn't it wasn't a need for the Giants.
Right. But we haven't drafted on need. They're taking
but I mean, fans say it all the time. You shouldn't draft for need in the draft. So they took the best player on the board.
So this is what I have from CBS so far, guys. Round 1, Fernando Mendoza, A.
Yeah, I guess.
David Bailey, C-.
I'm surprised. I like David Bailey. I'm surprised it got a C-.
He's a hot and cold run defender, though, who struggles to set the edge. The Jets, unfortunately, already have one of those with Will McDonald. Cardinals, Jeremiah Love, C+. This grade is an indictment of the caliber player the Cardinals got, but the value for a team not built to contend with a quarterback. That's what we said. It's a Saquon Barkley situation.
Yeah.
Carnell Tate, B. Tate's exactly what the Titans don't have on the roster, rangy outside receiver with elite hands and crisp running routes. Route running chops. He'll be a Cam Ward favorite from day one. Arvel Reese, A+.
Wow.
The Giants just became the scariest edge rushing group in the NFL, and truthfully, it's not even close. Their third down packages are going to be a true sprint to the quarterback. Reese has special play strength for someone who ran a 4.46, and he's only scratching the surface at 20 years old.
We're getting our identity back, Baddog.
I tell you what, I forgot he's only 20 years old.
We're getting our identity back, Baddog.
Yeah, they're getting their identity back. Is right. That is a scary group of pass rushers.
I love it.
So I can't believe he was there.
I mean, if we go into the year with Kayvon, you throw him into the mix. Like
that's what I'm saying. You don't know where it's coming from at that point.
That's the pit bulls
all over the place. Cruise on. Thank you. He says my 2 favorite players went 6th and 8th. So we knew you liked
guy. I would have been very happy with Delane at 10. Obviously, he didn't get there.
Let's see what Cleveland's taking. I think Cleveland's taking Maui Noah.
You would think it would make sense, or Fano, like you said, but one of the tackles.
Right, I would think alignment of some sort. Let's see. Ty Simpson. No, I'm just kidding.
Who's the pick? Yep, they went Fano.
Yep, it makes sense. Makes total sense to a big man.
I think we're going to Fatty. I'm calling it.
Really? You think they're going Maui Noah or
Maui Noah?
Really? I think it's
Caleb
Downs. I think the Giants took Arvel Reese because they knew Caleb Downs.
I'd be very happy with Caleb Downs. I'd be very excited for our defense. And it's one or the other. I think it's either alignment or Downs with this pick.
Yep.
Downs is obviously the much more exciting pick. And you think about how excited we are about the defense right now after the Reese pick. You couple that with the Downs, suddenly you're like, oh my God, this defense could flip overnight. So we still got to get some defensive tackles in free agency. We're well aware of that. But you know what? You talked me into it. I think they're going Downs.
I think they're going Downs too.
I think they're going Downs.
Talk about getting our identity back, dude.
I think we're getting Downs. You could play him in the box. He's a tough son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Hard hitter.
He's a smart player.
I think we're going Downs.
I do too. But I've been wrong all night.
Well,
we got a couple of these.
It's either Downs or a lineman. I guess the dark horse pick could be a Malachi Lemon, like you said earlier. if they want to go wide receiver. Who's
Unlucky Trev coming in with his unluckiness, saying Brian Birds had the worst pass rush win rate last year. The fact we aren't drafting to save Joe Shane's job is good. Now go offensive tackle. Jermaine is a Band-Aid. It's fast.
Let's see if they go. Let's say if they went with the tackle or if they went with Downs. They do go with the fatty.
Wow.
My original thought process, Baddog. They go with the 300-pound man, now 300-plus pound man.
Yep.
Maui Noah. You know I love those guys.
Yeah, of course.
And you have to think Maui Noah now steps in. Obviously, he's going to start at guard. Many feel he could project to be a better guard than tackle. You would think the long-term plan is for him to shift to the tackle in a couple of years once Illuminor, because he's on a short-term deal. But we were all worried about that guard spot going into the year. Not anymore. You
ain't got to worry about it now. Now you got a legitimate guy there. You ain't got to worry about Lele or Evan Neal. You definitely added a big man in front of your rookie quarterback. Just strengthened the offensive line a lot.
This guy, he's got the whole garb going on. I love it.
Why is fucking Steve Tisch there? Get the fuck off my screen, you filthy fucking piece of shit.
Steve Tisch needs to sell.
Get off my screen, asshole.
Yeah, he needs to be. He should not be in that room. That's a joke.
Nugget says Reese and Downs not on my bingo card tonight. Well, Reese and Maui Noah not on my bingo card tonight. Not.
Miami.
Unlucky Trev says that's what it's all about. Love you boys. Oh, they got their protector.
We got our fatty, Baddog. So now our offensive line. I'm excited about it now. All of a sudden, that guard spot we're all worried about. Now you got Maui Noah, man. Jermaine Illuminor, Andrew Thomas. You think about Ricard, the fullback we bring in. Giants are going to have some beef blocking for that running attack next year.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I like this pick. I like this. It may not be the sexy pick. I get it. Giants fans, right. I understand it. I like the Maui Noah pick. I think I like that pick better than the Reese pick. But I am obviously biased. I love offensive linemen, but
yeah, of course.
I love that pick. Maui Noah to the Giants at 10.
See, I hope his back holds up. That's the only thing that concerns me is that. But like we talked about, if it's just a 1-year deal and it gets fixed, you're fine.
I like that pick. But you got to figure long term he shifts to the right tackle, you would think.
Eventually, yes.
Yeah.
But you would definitely think. Wow, look at all the Giants fans hating the Arvel Reese pick on Twitter right now. Someone said, fuck you. Someone slammed the door. Someone said, what the fuck you doing? What the fuck are we doing? Bro, someone tell me he's better than Burns or Carter or even Tibbs. Someone said, I don't know how he fell to us. Someone said, let's go. Someone said, you had one fucking job.
The Maui, I see people are upset about the Maui Noah pick. I don't know why you're upset. The Reese pick, I get it because it's not a need. Naturally, people are going to be upset because the Giants didn't address an immediate need with that pick.
Yeah.
But I still like the pick. It's a premium position. You don't think about just next year when you're picking inside the top 5. You're thinking about the next 5-6 years.
Right.
And Maui Noah, we need linemen. So I don't know. And people talk about the back issue. From everything that we read, we talked about on our show, it's not something that's supposed to be lingering. It may be something that could potentially impact him for a year, but all the doctors said it's not something that's going to be something that's going to impact him throughout the course of his career. Obviously, the Giants wouldn't have taken him at 10 if they were worried about the medicals. So you could have said the same thing about Caleb Downs. People were talking about his medicals too. So I like that pick.
Whatever PFSN is, I don't know what that is. Pro Football and Sports, they said A- for that pick for Arvel Reese. But yeah, I think, like you said, I think people are more upset because it wasn't a need. But we're not drafting for need. You're taking the best player available. And that's exactly what the Giants did. Let me see if they have grades on that yet. Wow, I was completely wrong. I had Tyson and Downs, and it didn't end up being either one of those guys. John, thank you so much. Says, let's go, brothers. We got the fatty. We got the fatty.
Let's go.
No Life Stadium says our secondary is cooked. That's still an issue.
And it's certainly an issue.
They address it in the second round, but
it's an issue regardless. That's something that is
going to be. It is definitely an issue.
Yeah,
it is definitely.
You have to hope the new defensive coordinator we brought in, who has shown in the past with his previous destinations, he's been able to maximize the secondaries he's been with, is able to improve it to a certain extent. But yes, that still needs to be upgraded in the next couple of years for sure. The secondary, no doubt about it.
Mansour Delane, they gave a B-. Said Delane is the safest pick at corner in this draft class. If you can do what he did in the SEC's last season, you can produce in the NFL. It's more of a desperation of having to give up a third rounder to do so that bumps us down. It's a position historically teams have been able to find later in the draft, as the Chiefs themselves well know. I was surprised they traded up for Mansour Delane, to be honest.
Cowboys took, or at least I saw somebody in the chat. I don't know if it's officially.
They moved up one with Miami. Yeah, they're picking a lot. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. And obviously Giants fans are not. He was the fan favorite, so Giants fans won't be happy about that.
Oh, I'll be pissed that he went there without question.
Yeah.
Commanders, Sonny Styles, grade A. It says one of the least. Oh, I thought they were talking about Styles. One of the least athletic front sevens in the NFL a season ago completes their makeover with one of the most athletic linebackers in draft history. His ability to cover ground and coverage at a size nothing short of special has allowed Dan Quinn so much flexibility on the defense side of the ball. Saints get a B+ for Jordan Tyson. Tyson got the best tape grade from all the receivers. His size, movement, skills, and body control are that of a number one receiver. He's the one receiver in the draft class that was truly treated such by his offense at Arizona State. Went to his way every big situation. Can't give it an A, though, because of injury history, as he missed time all 4 of his collegiate seasons. Spencer Fano, A+. Fano's the cleanest offensive lineman in the draft class. He pairs high in athleticism with technical prowess and strong hands. He's an elite zone blocker who has the size to play anywhere along with the offensive line if needed. His arm length may scare some off, but it was never a massive issue for him on tape. Francis Maui Noah, A-. The Giants lock in the missing piece of their starting 5 of the Maui Noah. He'll kick inside to right guard for now, where he'll be a butt kicker in the run game. His ability to move people off the line of scrimmage is special for a player who hasn't even turned 21 yet. Jackson Dart is somewhere celebrating.
Yeah.
So they nice like 2 20-year-old guys.
I get it. Everybody wanted Downs. I get it. I'm happy with taking a lineman there.
I think the Giants the whole time plan on taking a lineman.
Well, especially when I like many people talked about, not just us. We thought that they would go offense, defense with their first 2 picks. You have a young quarterback. You want to use one of those picks to help your young quarterback, and that's what they did.
Yep.
Maybe they would have went Tyson if he was there. He wasn't.
That's very possible too.
Yeah.
Dan says now we got to play Styles. Now I got to play Styles twice after passing on him and Downs twice after passing on him. It's true. It's true.
Yep. Cowboys do take Caleb Downs.
Yeah, it makes all the sense in the
world. And you already know he's going to be great there. You already know it.
Yep. Of course. Triple G says Pinnock make big plays for us on our shitty teams. I would have liked Caleb Downs. I'm not going to lie. I wish they would have. I understand getting a fatty. I get it. But guy here, I really wanted Caleb Downs. But it is what it is.
At the end of the day, I'm going to trust Harbaugh.
Yep.
I'm going to trust Harbaugh. And
you got it.
I can certainly make sense of the picks that we made tonight. So
yeah,
I'm going to trust Harbaugh.
Yeah, I don't know that they went BPA at 10. That might have been more of need.
I mean, I don't think
number 5 is definitely the best player available.
I don't think Maui Noah was a reach.
No, I'm not saying he was a reach. I just don't know if he was the best BPA. I mean, Caleb Downs might have been the best player available, but you definitely need a guard. I mean, again, everybody was throwing a fit about what the fuck are we going to do? How's Harbaugh coming in? We haven't addressed right guard. We haven't addressed right guard. But now you have.
And he's not going to. And again, he's not going to be a guard long term. He's a guard for the next couple of years. That's going to shift to tackle, or maybe he stays a guard if he's playing great.
Right.
But you have the option to shift him to tackle.
Yeah. David, thanks so much. With the way it's going, what's the likelihood we bring OBJ back? Plus, who we sign post-draft and free agency if you go by what we did in the draft so far?
I think OBJ is going to get a camp invite. I don't know if he'll make the team, but he's going to get a camp invite.
Agreed.
Yeah.
There's no reason not to invite him to camp. There's no reason. Bob, thank you so much, brother. He says, perfect time to trade Kayvon. I don't know, man. They're saying they're not going to trade Kayvon, and Denard Wilson likes to run. They were saying they likes to run a NASCAR package. You got a NASCAR package now.
Yeah.
You got 4 massive rushers. So you move those guys all over the field. It's going to be interesting to see exactly how they use these guys. Blue Kai says we picked the best player available at premium positions.
Yeah, I mean, for all the talk that the Giants are not going to, because they're going to go away from the premium positions in this draft, they did not do that. They went with arguably he's a guard for now, but he projects as a tackle.
Right.
Arguably the second and third most important positions on a football team in terms of what are viewed as premium positions after the quarterback. So,
well, I tell you what, people that did not want Tyson or Love, you ain't got to worry about it now. You didn't get either one of those guys. You ain't got to worry about injury history. You ain't got to worry about drafting a running back top 5. I ain't worry about any of it. Imp, thank you, brother. He says mostly unexpected for us. Yeah, I didn't think either one of those guys would be Giants by the end of the night.
I mean, once the pick was up, I'm not surprised that they went tackle there at all, or guard, for now guard. But right. Yes, pre-draft, I think most people's mindset was we were going to take Downs.
Yep, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Toasty says we traded Dexter Lawrence for Evan Neal 2.0. And Door Gunner said the same thing. Tibbs and Neal draft 2.0.
Let's hope not.
Well, only time will tell. Only time will tell. I don't know why he's Evan Neal 2.0, but
I naturally they're going to say it because it was 2 picks inside the top 10 and it's the two same positions, but
right.
That doesn't mean history is going to repeat itself.
Right. Chase, thank you, brother. He says people mad about Reese not being a need, but also he plays middle linebacker, which is a need. Versatility.
I see. To me, this argument, I hear fans all the time say you should not draft for need. Draft the best player available. They always say it, and then whenever the team does that and they don't pay attention to need, you have a lot of fans that get pissed off about it because they didn't draft for need. So it's like. The Giants took obviously who they felt were the best players on their board. So they took the BPA. Like clearly they took the BPA because certainly the first pick they did because that was not a need.
No, exactly. And again, you know what? If Jeremiah Love fell to 5, that was not a need. Yeah. And they would have taken him too.
Yeah.
You know? Well, all we can do is we got our picks. Now I got to see how that all translates onto the football field.
Yeah.
Blue Scale, thank you so much. Says we needed a right side offensive line since 2011. I love it. He's going to help. He's going to help.
The Dolphins take here, Baddog.
I have no clue. Ioane?
Possible.
Lemon?
Possible. They go with a tackle out of Alabama.
Yeah.
Monster. I remember watching.
I think they're going to go lineman at some point because they're going to draft the court. They're going to be on the Arch Manning Stakes next year. You would think.
If he's the player, if I recall, they used Proctor. I think is like a running back, right? Last year, maybe I'm wrong, but on the goal line, I thought I remember that they used him as like in the Wildcat.
There's your Evan Neal 2.0.
But I've seen him. He's a beast. This guy.
There's your Evan Neal 2.0. Same position, same school, same size. There he is. I don't know. Danny, thank you, brother. He says, now the Commanders of Cowgirls have to worry about us running the ball and stopping the run.
Listen, I mean, I'm of the mindset, and I think a lot of football fans in general of the mindset, you win in the trenches. Like
you
the
do.
Giants drafted in the trenches in this draft. So
yep.
Hopefully it got better. We knew that was Harbaugh's mindset coming in. So it's not like I'm blown away that they did what they did. It wasn't who I was necessarily projecting, but I'm not like shocked that they did what they did.
Me neither. I figured they would go once each side of the ball. I didn't think they would double up. But the way Harbaugh talked about Caleb Downs, I was more surprised they didn't take him. The Arvel Reese thing is just, I just can't believe that he ended up falling to 5.
Yeah.
That was surprising. And the Giants really liked him because he did.
I remember watching some Alabama games. And I think they used him in like the tush push too on the goal line.
If the Giants didn't like Arvel Reese, I'm sure they would have fielded some trade offers. They must have really liked him.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, obviously.
I mean, I thought he was going to the Jets. Alicia says, I can't believe people are mad. We have the 2 or 3 best players in the draft. We improve our whole line. Are you kidding me? The draft is great so far.
At the end of the day, Baddog, it doesn't really matter what the fans think. We could be wrong. We could be right. Most fans unanimously were in love with the Evan Neal and Kayvon Thibodeau picks on draft night. Now we complain about it. So just because some fans may not like these picks does not mean it's not going to work out.
Right. And you know what? We could have picked the 2 guys everybody loved, and they might have sucked. You never know.
Same thing in the year where we took JMS, right? We all really liked the JMS pick. Most fans liked the Deontay Banks pick. Most fans liked the what's his name, Jalen Hyatt pick.
Yeah, I loved it. He didn't do shit.
We hate those picks now. So
yeah,
listen. You just hope that the team gets it right, and Harbaugh's a really good coach. I'm going to trust him.
That's the thing. That's a big thing, guys. You got to remember that. You got to remember who's developing these players now. You got to remember who their coaches are and who is getting the most out of these guys. You got to remember that comes into play when you're developing young players. Neither one of these guys are 21 years old yet. Chris and I are enjoying a cold one, but Arvel, Reese, and Maui Noah cannot. Legally, anyway. They're not 21 yet. So it's just, same thing. Wasn't Malik Neighbors 20 when we drafted him?
Yeah, I think he was 20, yeah.
Nuggets, thank you, man. He says, I can't wait to see Scat run behind Francis Maui Noah.
I'm excited about the offensive line, man.
Yeah, it's they still might bring somebody else in too. I mean, who knows? But you're
like, am I wrong in saying that a lot of Giants fans, and understandably so, they're also worried about the secondary, the defensive tackle. But am I wrong in saying, like, going into the year, a lot of Giants fans were really scared about the offensive guard position and the offensive.
They definitely worried about right guard.
Like, they addressed it now. Like, so, and with a quarterback, you want to be able to make sure that you have a good protection. So, and they're trying to establish a good ground game. He's going to bring something there. So, I'm happy with that pick. I'm excited with that pick.
Yeah, I listen, man. I think the Giants did what they had to do tonight. Again, they weren't the 2 guys that I projected either, but it definitely helps. You definitely want to protect your young quarterback without question, especially since he's had, concussion. He had a concussion last year and he was checked out for that a couple times. And, but you think about giving Jackson Dart extra time. You think about getting Malik Neighbors back. I mean, we talk about drafting wide receiver. Well, I mean, technically, you kind of did. Jackson Dart hasn't played with Malik Neighbors, and you're going to get him back at some point this year, and maybe it takes him a little time to recover, but we know what he's available, what he can do. Now you're just going to give Jackson Dart more time to survey, and you got a guy like Isaiah Likely. And again, you have Ricard back there. So, I
like the
I think the Giants really beefed up their offensive line. And again, you got that lead blocker. So the Giants, to Harbaugh's, to the way they coach, to the way they draft, they like to win in the trenches.
Yeah.
And that's the way it goes. H50 says, how are we feeling now? I'm more surprised than I'm really happy with what they did.
Yeah,
I'm really happy.
I think the pass rush is going to be really exciting now next year.
God, yes.
You think about, I think a lot of us think Abdul Carter is going to take a big leap next year. He finished the season strongly. Yeah. We all see the talent there. You bring in a guy like Arvel Reese, clearly very talented, versatile player. Brian Burns coming up the year that he had, man, I'm excited for the pass rush. And you have to think with the defensive coordinator we brought in, the secondary should be better. What he's done and who knows? I mean, we don't know, but I'm excited, man. I'm excited what they did in the draft. And then the offensive line, what you're doing for Jackson Dart, you have to think the ground game is going to be good next year. And I think they're going to have with what they did, Baddog, in the offseason, you brought in Pat Ricard, you spent money on a fullback. Now you bring in a run-mauling offensive guard for the time being.
Yep.
The Giants are going to they're going to run the ball down your throat offense. You have to think. There was rumors that they were looking at Kenneth Walker in free agency. There were rumors that they were potentially interested in Jeremiah Love. I would expect them to probably take a running back at some point in this draft. I think the Giants are going to be a smash mouth, run it down your throat offense and have some big play capabilities, obviously, with The best player, arguably the best player on our offense on the outside. But yeah, I'm excited. I think the Giants have an identity now with what they've done in this draft with the offensive guard position.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
The Harbaugh's building the team that he wants to build. So, but listen, if you hate the picks, just blame Joe Shane. It just seems the easiest way.
At the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. We love the picks. We hate the picks. We got to see.
They just got to perform. That's it, right? You could love, like I said, we could love a pick and they could suck ass, and then you're complaining about it years later, like we do with Evan Neal. Because on draft night, we loved that pick. No Giants fan goes, "Oh God, that guy's going to suck."
The only way I'm going to hate a pick on draft night, Baddog, is if I can't make sense of the pick.
Right.
And the Daniel Jones pick at the time, I couldn't make sense of that.
Did not make sense.
Right. Did not. But this pick, both picks tonight, I could clearly make sense of these picks. So they didn't draft for need, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Right. There's Ty Simpson.
They did draft for need with one of the picks.
These guys are all wearing Breitling watches. I wonder if they just showed Ty Simpson. Is it possible the Rams take him here? Oh, that's why it's brought to you by Breitling. No wonder they're wearing Breitling.
They need a quarterback long term, but seems early.
It does. I don't know what the hell the Rams are going to do.
Rams usually draft well. But they usually don't have first round picks.
Right.
Speaking of which, where's LA Lou? He's a big Rams fan. Right?
He was in here. He was in here earlier.
Okay.
They did take Ty Simpson.
Wow.
So Arizona's not getting Ty Simpson, Chris.
Wow. Simpson, if I recall, and you watch college football probably a little bit more than me, Baddog, but if I recall, Simpson had a really good first half last year, right? And then I think he got hurt.
I didn't watch a lot of Alabama this year, if I'm being honest. I don't really remember what he did.
I think he did. I think he had a really good start to the year, and then he tailed off. But obviously Rams thinking long term with that pick.
Yeah. Well, we thought he might go to the Rams. I didn't think he'd be 13, but that messes up the Cardinals' plans if that's what they plan to do. Now, and I think the Jeremiah Love pick looks worse.
Yeah.
Arlon, thank you, says down to the Cowboys feels like Parsons all over again. I doubt it'll be that good, but still.
He's a good player. He's gonna be a good player for them.
Hopefully he sucks.
I don't think he'll be as impactful as Micah Parsons was.
Right.
But he's gonna be a good player.
Nothing personal against Caleb Downs, but I hope he sucks. It's the uniform.
Of course, I hope he sucks.
Hope he sucks. It's terrible. Unlucky Trev, thank you, brother. People complained about Andrew Thomas before, sourcing Eric Flowers. Now he's a franchise outside tackle who gets injured, by the way. All the more reason to take another.
Good point.
That's actually a really good point.
Well, Illuminor's not going to be here. I love Illuminor.
Like if Andrew Thomas gets hurt, you might have a guy that can actually play tackle now.
And Illuminor's not going to be here for more than a couple more years, you would think. So, right. Marcus Bowe, you don't forget about him. He's another depth player on this offensive line now that could play swing tackle. So
I still think they're going to sign another. I still think they're going to sign a veteran lineman.
At this point, I don't know if they will, because I think it's clear as day who their starting line is going to be now.
Right.
I don't know if they will now. They still may for a camp battle, but.
Oh, do you think that Lele and Evan Neal both make the team?
No. That's
what I'm saying. No. So you could bring in a guy like Van Roten and maybe you dump Evan Neal.
You could.
Because it's not like he's not going to be expendable. So I agree. You've addressed that position. You got your right guard now.
Yeah.
Triple G, thank you, brother. Pinnock, more sacks than Tibbs. Don't need a safety. He loves Jason Pinnock. Mustard Boss, what up, brother? Thank you so much. What up, guys? Part of me feels he wants Sadiq, but I have a weird love for Tommy Tremble that I can't explain. He's a Panthers fan. So they picked 19th. So Panthers obviously came on big time last year. And I don't know. Again, I don't know much about the Panthers. I just know Bryce Young finally showing his talent.
They made the playoffs last year, right?
Right. So, and again, remember the Panthers at the end of the year before, they played all the best teams really tough down the stretch, and they got a lot better the next year.
I feel like that division's kind of open too. Like, so yeah, I could see them being competitive next year.
Secret Truth. Is that the creature from the Black Lagoon? I don't know if it is, but my kid is a big fan of Creature of the Black Lagoon. Loves it. I don't think it is, though. He says, draft O-line, bad. Ignore O-line, bad. You can't win. You can't win with some of the You know how you're going to get the fan base to come around and win football games?
I think, and I have not gotten an opportunity to like feel the real vibes with that pick. Obviously, you have initial reactions on YouTube in this chat, but I would think, maybe I'll be wrong. I would think the overall vibe with that pick, I think both picks. I think most Giant fans are going to like those picks. I think most Giant fans are going to like those picks. Those are important positions. Those are very good football players. I don't really see a reason to bash the picks, if I'm being honest. Unless you're just looking for, you were just thinking about drafting need and an exciting player that you wanted. But I don't know, Baddog. I think they're good picks. I'm surprised if people are giving this a lot of backlash, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. Well, they are. But again, I think what happens is when you read all the articles and you listen to all the people and all this, you start to covet players. And then when it's players that nobody really talked about going to the Giants, you're like, what the fuck are they doing? Like Arvel Reese, per se. But, you won't be complaining if the Giants, lead the league in sacks and you end up winning 11 games. Nobody's going to complain at that point. But Jamil, thank you, brother. He says, I'm glad we took a lineman so Fa'alele won't start.
No, he's definitely not going to start. And neither will Evan Neal. So you don't got to worry about that.
There goes Vega Yaoni.
He would have been a guy that a lot of Giants fans like too.
He's going to the Ravens. So John Harbaugh's old squad. Nino Ski. Thank you, man. He says we should trade Kayvon Thibodeau to a team with a bad pick to get back into the first round to draft McCoy. I don't think they're trading Kayvon.
I think we'll trade Thibodeau at some point. I would think it might not be tonight, or this draft, but
it definitely makes him expendable. And again, that would totally give the Giants a lot of cap space. And I guess if maybe fans would look more positively upon the Arvel Reese pick if they do trade Kayvon Thibodeau and get another pick. And then you've kind of replaced him with a guy in a rookie contract that's going to be here for the next 4 or 5 years. And you're going to get something back and save $15 million. Maybe they'll be happy with it then, but who knows? Some people just aren't going to be happy no matter what they
I think Coop, I saw it in the chat just now, brought up. I think that's a fair point. He said, I don't like the fact that the only complaint I have about that pick is you're playing Maui Noah out of position to start. Now,
that's what I said.
Now, I do think he did play some guard at the college level. I believe maybe I'm wrong on that, but I do believe he did play some guard. And a lot of people thought he would transition better to the guard position in the pros. But that's a fair point that he would rather gone with a guy like Vega, who's a guy that's not going to be transitioning. He played guard last year. He's going to play that position this year, but I'm going to trust Harbaugh in his evaluation. I think, the guy knows what he's doing. Like we talked about, the Ravens draft incredibly well while he was there. I'm going to trust Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Blue Scale, thank you, man. He says, if you're from the 90s, one person you trust to protect you is a Samoan. Yeah. Well, we got our Samoan, so he's going to have to protect JD without question. V-Rock, thank you so much. Says, I'm good with both picks. I also think Dallas got played. New York Giants showcased down so much that Dallas traded 3 picks to move up 1 spot for a guy they could have gotten at 12. They traded 3 picks to move up 1 place?
Yeah, Dallas, I think,
they traded up one spot. I didn't know they gave up 3 picks, though.
Oh, yeah, they had 12 and 20, right? So they moved up 1 pick. They moved up 1 pick. Yeah.
They traded 3 picks to move up 1 spot.
Well, maybe they gave up a couple of day 2 or 3 picks. I didn't see
what the trade. I'm wondering. I want to see if they.
Ruben Bain is still available. Now, obviously, you had the off the field stuff, which is why he's dropping, but he's a really good player, man.
Dallas gave up 2 fifths and number 12.
That's not a whole lot. To make sure you get your player, that's not a whole lot.
Yeah, we did that years ago, and we ended up with fucking Deontay Banks. Arlon, thank you. Says Downs and the Cowboys feel similar to Parsons. Somebody else mentioned that too. Let's
I think
hope
he did. He might have super chatted it twice. I think it's the same guy who said it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he might have super chatted twice by accident.
Jake, thank you, brother. Giants need more good players regardless of position they play. You can't have enough players to protect your quarterback and hit the opposite opposing.
I'm never going to be upset if you could make an argument going into the draft, and we don't know. Like, you could have made the same argument about Evan Neal and Kayvon Thibodeau on draft night. You know, I'm not telling you that I know how these players are going to turn out, but you could make an argument going into the draft before we know what we find out when they play in the NFL, that the Giants took arguably the best pass rusher in this year's class. Some people clearly felt that way, and they may have taken the best tackle in this year's class who's going to start at the guard. So I'm going to see how these players play, Baddog, but I'm excited that they addressed two very important positions.
Yeah. And I don't think they could have. I think they were going to address positions they needed regardless. There were so many things that they could have done. I just really shocked Arvel Reese fell to fifth. I didn't because I didn't think Carnell Tate was going fourth. That one was.
Yeah, I'm well. Once the Cardinals didn't take him, I'm not surprised he fell. But I thought going into the draft, if Reese fell, not that I thought it would be impossible we would draft him, because I didn't necessarily think they would. You know, they'd be opposed to drafting a position that, regardless how strong they were at that position. We saw it last year with Abdul Carter. But I thought that they would look to trade down if that were to happen. Yeah, because I thought that there would be a demand for him and they'd be able to get a lot of draft compensation. But obviously, either the draft compensation that was offered wasn't enough, or they thought he was too good of a player to pass up with that pick. One or the other.
Yeah.
Or both, you know.
I just want to see something really quick. I'm just curious. Put that up there.
What'd you do?
I got that. I just tweeted out. I just wanted to know because I see some comments, but I figure if I put it out there, I can read all of them at some point. I said, polls to the fan base. How are you feeling about our picks? A+. Love it. The first two people loved it. So
you're gonna get a lot of hate it and love it.
I'm just curious if it's split, if it's majority good, majority bad. I'm just curious. I'm obviously not gonna count everything that. It all depends. I mean, if it's 40 comments, I can go through it. If it's 400, I can't, obviously. LA Lou, there he is. He says, Ty Simpson at 13. I'm shocked. I am too. I didn't think he was.
I'm a bit surprised too. What I will say though, Lou, and the Rams don't normally have early picks. You know that. You guys draft well typically, so they must like him. Obviously, McVay's a really smart offensive mind. He'll probably be successful.
He'll sit for a year, so nothing wrong with that. You know,
he'll probably be successful.
They took the commercial before Tampa picked and not the Jets. I'm actually surprised about that. I got it, Lewis. Seraph Network, thanks so much. Wanted downs, but we got better on both sides. Reese is instinctive and violent. You'll be hearing stories of him in camp. Well, that's what Harbaugh wants.
I'm excited to see him in the regular season. This front four, I'm really excited to see in the regular season. We still need to sign a defensive tackle, no doubt about it. And there goes Ruben Bain, who, from a talent standpoint, Baddog, in that national championship game with Miami, dude, he's
sick.
Great. Yeah. And by the way, so was the guy that we drafted. He was great too. So, if you remember in that national they got good value there with the Bucks with Bain.
By the way, update on the Knicks. 105, 121 to go. Tie game.
Maybe they'll squeeze one out.
Knicks just went ahead 107, 105 with a minute 3 to go.
They're going to squeeze it out, aren't they?
Fucking somebody in the chat's called Cardiac Knicks. Well, he's dead on with that screen name.
Who are the Jets going to take, huh? So who did the Jets took defense first pick? I don't know. Maybe
I don't know. Linemen are there anymore. Makai, well, I don't think they're going to go wide receiver.
I could see that. I mean, they have a good receiver already, but
I don't know who's available at this point. Eric Novella says Jadarian Price, Notre Dame in round 2, running back.
He's a tremendous running back too.
Yeah,
Notre Dame's backfield this year was insane. Yeah, so he's the second best running back in this class.
Yeah. I know that the Giants would take him in round 2.
I don't think they will. I don't think they will.
108, 107, 52 seconds to go.
They're
Knicks.
up or down?
Knicks are up.
By one.
Stephen Lilly, our friend from across the pond. It's good to see you. We love Stephen. He's been with us forever. I've been a member for almost 7 years.
Good
Now, you boys off the bed now. I loved this draft, especially the 10th pick. That's a big dude. I bet Dart is smiling. Let's go Giants. I'm at 56 to go.
I didn't see the chat because obviously we didn't have the chat in front of us, but I saw it open. I opened up after, and I saw a lot of people responded that we were wrong for our reaction. I don't take that back. I'm excited about that pick. I love the Maui Noah pick. I love it. The only thing that you worry about is the injury concern, which is fair. Right. But I mean, you could have said the same thing about Caleb Downs. Caleb Downs
got a degenerative ACL, supposedly, right?
Injury stuff that came out during the combine. So,
and then same thing with Jordan Tyson, right? I mean,
yeah,
those are 3 guys that people thought the Giants could end up with. Taco Master, thank you. He says Knicks down 2 at the ball. Yeah, that was a little while ago, and I just put it on there 16 seconds ago. I don't know who has the ball here. It doesn't say it on Yahoo or I think I have it on Yahoo. Let me go over here. Taco Master liked it. When the Knicks were down, he said he was feeling good about it because he knows. He knows. He said Knicks are getting blown out. I like it because he knows. The Knicks just turned the ball over. So the Hawks have it with 15 seconds to go in the 4th down by 1. Knicks had a shot clock violation, which tells me, I'm guessing, Chris, they did the same shit. Jalen Brunson misses 18-foot pull-up jump shot, which must have been an air ball for it to be a shot clock violation. And I bet you they ISO balled the whole time, and that's what they ended up with.
Brunson did that way too much in the last game.
So I'm saying, I bet you that's what they did again.
Everybody criticized Carmelo, rightfully so, for all the isolation ball that he played.
I mean, fucking crazy.
And I'm the biggest Brunson fan in the world. He's like my second favorite Knick ever since I've been watching the team. He plays too much of that ISO ball shit too at times.
Hey, I hate it. Yeah, I hate that. I don't like ISO ball down the I hate that shit. You become so predictable. You don't get any kind of good ball. You don't get any ball movement. You don't get anything going to the basket. And you become predictable. It's easy to stop one-on-one, you know?
And the fact that they didn't get Cat involved in that, obviously I've been watching the draft tonight. I've been watching this, but game 2, Cat's size advantage against that team for him not to get involved.
Yeah, he had 14 points in the 3rd, and then he took 2 shots in the 4th quarter. And one of them was a 3.
And they got no bigs on that team. They can't guard him. To not get him involved in the 4th quarter was a joke.
That's Mike Brown. He's a fucking idiot. Roldy, thank you, brother. He says, unexpected picks. I wanted Styles and Downs. Me too. But still good picks. I'm just glad Love and Tyson were gone before he picked.
Yeah, I certainly didn't want Tyson.
Hawks just scored. It's 109, 108. Knicks took a timeout.
The Jets take Sadiq, that's who Mustard Bus wanted, the tight end out of Oregon.
Yep. It's not a bad pick for the Jets. Somebody mocked him 10th to the Giants, actually. So, yep, the Knicks are down now.
How much time?
12 and a half seconds to go, 4th quarter.
What a heartbreaker this would be if they lose after what?
Well, that's typical Knicks basketball, right? Rich says Dunleavy, Arvel Reese will play weak side linebacker. Maybe it works. Yeah. My good buddy Ryan Dunleavy.
He's gonna. I think he's gonna play all over. But yes, I think predominantly he'll play weak side linebacker.
Yeah. Gonzo, thank you so much, brother. Appreciate it. He says we got 2 guys that many mocks had going 2 and 3. I am one. For one, am loving both picks.
Yeah,
they got good value on those picks. Arvel Reese is a great.
Not only did they get good value, they drafted premium positions.
Right.
Like, regardless of whether you wanted a different need or not, like the injury thing, I get that with the tackle. I think that's something to be worried about. But I don't know. I don't see the need to hate those picks.
Yep. So Brunson comes in for Shamet. It says somebody entered for Bridges. We ain't got to worry about Bridges taking the last shot. L.A. Lou, thank you so much, brother. He says, gonna have faith in a process. Simpson gets to sit behind Stafford for a couple seasons. They saw something they like in Simpson, keeping the faith. Oh, no question. Like Chris said, you guys draft well, and McVay is a genius.
Yeah.
I was just surprised that Ty Simpson went 13th.
That doesn't always work out, though, because I think...
And Jalen Brunson turned it over and the Knicks lose.
Brutal.
Jalen Brunson turns the fucking ball over and the Knicks lose.
So now the Knicks got to win the next 2 games. You can't go back to Atlanta down 3-2. They got to win the next 2 games now, the Knicks.
Unbelievable. Josh Hart did not have a good night. 1 for 9.
Next game, they play Saturday, right? Knicks?
Yeah, Saturday at 6. Jalen Brunson, 11 for 23, 0 for 5 from downtown, 26 points, 4 assists. Deuce McBride played a lot better. He had 15. Karl Anthony Towns, 7 for 12, 1 out of 3 from downtown, 21 points, 17 fucking rebounds. Why they don't get that guy involved in the game more, dude, I have no idea. OG Anunoby led the way, 29-9.
They're in trouble because the Knicks this year on the road were horrible. They were great at home, but they were not good on the road. They got to find a way to win game 4, Baddog, and they got to win game 5. They got to win the next 2.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a bad loss on Monday.
Yeah.
Bad loss. Dire Giants fan, thank you, man. He says, I'm surprised we didn't trade down, but I'm good with the picks. Well, again, there might not have been anybody to trade down with. I mean, who knows?
That was my thought, though. I agree with Dire Giants fan. I thought in that exact scenario, how it played out, if one of those 2 edge rushers fell, the Giants would trade down. But like you said, Baddog, we don't know what was offered, and we don't know how high the Giants had Reese on their board.
Right.
Like Reese may have legitimately been their number 1 player in this draft. Very well could have been. So we don't know.
Alicia, thank you so much. Did you see Neighbor's reaction to the picks? I did not.
What did he say? What on like Twitter, you mean?
I'm gonna see if I can find it. Let's see if we can find it. Malik Neighbor's reaction to Cardinals drafting Love said it all. His star wideout seemed displeased with how early the first round shook out. Wasn't happy. Wasn't a fan of the Cardinals picking Jeremiah Love. Why? He was eyeing Love for his own team, or so it seems.
Well, he's not killing the Giants there. The Giants couldn't do anything about that.
His Neighbors couldn't hand his candid reaction losing out on Love. When Love's selection was announced, Neighbors immediately put his head in his hands and audibly groaned. I mean, granted, I do love running backs. I have now, Neighbors says, first and foremost, but having that kind of running back in the backfield, a dart, you don't know who's getting the ball. He's a home run back. The defense has to come down and play it. It gives me an opportunity to not face double coverage.
Yeah, I mean,
he can't do anything about it.
Yeah, he's not mad at the Giants. But I mean, I think that's even more evidence that the Giants were probably going to take Love if he got there. Yeah, I'm sure the Giants probably told Neighbors, yeah, we're taking Love if he's there, more than likely. Which I think that was like the worst kept secret in the world. I think the Giants would have taken him if he got there, but he didn't get there, so it's not like he's not mad at the Giants. He's mad that he didn't fall.
All right, let's see what we got on Twitter about my question. Okay, this is what it says. Disappointed, but not too mad, I guess. A+, great picks. Hate it. Somebody has pumped. Somebody has a C. Somebody has this whole entire draft is out of whack. No one is going where they were projected, but I like our picks. That's a fact. That's true. I just like watching Giants football. I don't have a clue how they draft for a team, so I'll just trust the team did its homework. B+. Malik Neighbors talking about Arvel Reese. Where do you play? That's it. That's what he said.
Oh, what did he say about Arvel Reese? I'm sorry.
He said, where do you play?
He's going to play off. He's going to play on the off the edge on the defense.
Right.
That's where he's going to play.
Right. Yeah, that's.
Lions. Who the Lions going to take?
Great question. What else do we have on here as far as this question goes? Someone said lukewarm. Where are we? I think Arvel Reese is a freak athlete. I don't see him playing at edge. Absolutely love Maui Noah at right guard. I think our O-line is a real deal with Francis. Overall, I give it a B+ to an A-. We'd have rather had Styles or Downs over Reese. So it said, very happy with Reese. I don't hate Maui Noah, but Downs was there, which with Reese transforms our defense. If we moved to right guard, not good value at 10, could have traded down for that position. We're moving his position. So it says, I'm okay. I believe you win in the trenches. They took care of each side of the ball. Defeated. I feel like we walked the same walk no matter who the coach is. It's time for a change at the top. New ownership would be great. You're not getting new ownership, unfortunately. So it's a terrible, what do you say, never fall in love with a player.
Ownership had nothing to do with these picks.
Right.
And I am the first to bash Mara when I feel like he should be bashed. Ownership has nothing to do with these picks. If it was up to ownership, they would have told him to take Downs. Downs is going to sell a hell of a lot more jerseys than Maui Noah. So ownership has nothing to do with these picks.
Yep. Yep. Someone said, fuck you, let Downs go to the Cowboys, inexcusable. Love it. Reese might fall. I heard Reese might fall to us. Thought we'd go Downs at 10, but I'm thrilled with Maui Noah. Back to basics. Rush the passer and protect the passer. Let's fucking go. Someone said, I'm feeling good. Someone said, best D player and O-line of the draft. This shit is so Harbaugh. Someone said, shocked. I like Reese. He can really play off-ball linebacker. He has a depth options. Maui Noah, I'm not as thrilled with. I'd rather have Yaoni at guard. Someone said, love it. Someone said, Giants say Arvel, Reese, and Francis Maui Noah were two of their top 5 players. Didn't think this combo was possible. Joe Shane did a ton of simulated drafts. This one did not come up, John Harbaugh said. So Maui Noah 10, A+. Someone said A+, love the picks. Someone said love both picks, honestly. Someone said Reese, F, Maui Noah, A. I don't know. It's crazy.
Lions go line.
It's crazy, man. I just, yeah, I don't know. Adian says, I hate this team. Bro had a great young defensive core sitting there, but of course the Giants derp it away. Get Harbaugh and Shane away from my team.
I mean, they hated Arvel Reese. Why can't he be part of the young core?
Right. I don't know. But
I mean, I don't know.
Shane might get away from your team, but Harbaugh is not going anywhere for a while.
Caleb, so there's the first D tackle, which if you're a Giants fan, that's what you're looking at because that's clearly a potential, probably the favorite where the Giants will likely go with their next pick.
Is that a stretch for him?
Maybe a little bit, but, not too much. So Caleb Banks goes 18.
Minnesota, yeah. VFR says, is this a plan to get another Manning next year? No. They're not getting Manning. Boomer Sooner says Reese is closer to Hamilton than an edge. He has limited pass rush moves. Awesome player, just undefined position, which could be a good thing.
Yeah, well, he just played off the edge this year, so he's a versatile player. I agree. He's not like your put your hand in the dirt edge rusher. Bailey's more of that. The Jets went with more of the traditional put your four down edge rusher. He's a guy that could do multiple things, but a lot of people thought Reese would be the better fit for the Jets defense, which is why a lot of people had Reese going to the Jets.
Yeah. Kevin, thank you, brother. He says solid picks. It sucks that Styles and Downs went to the NFC East.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that stings a little bit. The fact that Downs ended up going to the Cowboys. I get that.
Yeah. And Styles went to the two guys that I want. The two guys, my dream scenario ended up on both of our fucking.
But I mean, if we take Styles, then Alvaro Reese probably goes to the Commanders.
It's true.
Why can't he be just as dominating?
True.
So it's not like Alvaro Reese was supposed to go second overall in this draft. It's not like he's dropped over guys. So if we take Styles, they get Reese. They still would have gotten an impactful player.
Yeah, I think it's just because people consider him an edge rusher and forget that he actually played linebacker at Ohio State until last year. And they're just like, why do we have all these edge rushers? But the Giants have done well with edge rushers before. Yeah. So, David Bialaglo, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. How's it going, guys? Did Maui Noah play right tackle in college? For some reason, Justin Pugh interview sticks in my head. He was a tackle in college.
Yeah.
Yep. But we know Justin Pugh played right tackle in college and became a very good guard for us. And now Noah is going to start a right guard. And again, everybody was worried about the right guard spot going into the year. Well, now you don't have to worry about it. You ain't got to worry about it. No mo.
Yep.
Ain't got to worry about it. They got their guy. The Giants are going to run the ball a fuck ton.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it.
And thank you again. He said, we had our two guys. We messed the bed. I mean, we had our two guys, if you listen to what all the experts said, but do we really know that those are the two guys that they really wanted?
Well, obviously they weren't.
Right.
I mean, obviously they weren't.
We had our two guys that the fan base wanted.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we don't make the selections.
My guess is if Reese is gone and Love is gone, like say, let's say the receiver didn't go 4, Tate, and Reese went to 3 to the Cardinals and Jeremiah Love went 4 to the Titans, we probably would have taken Sonny Styles. More than likely.
Yeah.
But they obviously had Reese rated higher.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people did. He was mocked to go way before that. So yeah. Wilson says Reese is playing weak side inside linebacker per Harbaugh. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So again, that fills a need. He'll play next to Tremaine Edmonds, and you could still rush him off the edge. So he's a very versatile guy. Chris says we keep Cave on and run the 4-6 and smother the O-line.
I could definitely see Kayvon playing out the year as a Giant. I don't think they're going to give him an extension. I'd be surprised if they give him with all the long-term money you have now tied up to that position. I'd be surprised. But I certainly could see him playing out the years with the Giants.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the year, like I've said, Baddog, on our show, you could tag Kayvon. Even if you don't intend to keep him on the tag the following year, you could tag him with the intention to trade him if he has a good year.
Right.
So I could certainly see Kayvon playing out the year with the New York Giants.
Yeah, I mean, at least to start the year.
Yeah.
We get off to a bad start.
And if they're playing well, I doubt they trade him in season.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If they're playing bad.
Well, if they play bad, all bets are off, of course.
Let's see what Carolina takes. Boomer Sooner, thank you, man. He says Reese played 327 snaps along the D-line, 286 as off-ball linebacker, and 34 as nickel safety. He can do a lot.
Yeah.
Exactly. He can do a
lot. I'll look it up after the stream, but I'm curious to see his snaps the year before because he played mainly middle linebacker prior to that.
Right. Yep. So that'd be very interesting. I'm surprised they don't take commercials before the Cowboys pick. Carolina went a lineman here. Monroe Freeling.
Yeah, I remember reading like a couple of days ago that some people projected as many as 9 offensive linemen may go in the first round. So you're starting to see a run of linemen.
Usually what happens, you get to this part of the draft, you see a run on a certain position.
I think there's
one
at least
goes off
5.
the board, then they all start going off the board.
Yeah, I think at least 5, maybe 6 have gone now.
The Eagles just traded up. The Eagles traded up to 20 with that. The Eagles traded with Dallas again.
Wow. Who do the Eagles take here? Well, it could be they're going to lose A.J. Brown reportedly, so it could be Lemon.
It could be Mekhi Lemon. But they did. Why is Dallas trading with Philadelphia again?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Why would you trade with your rivals?
I don't get it.
It's just weird. It's weird thinking. They called me. I'm hanging up the phone. Fuck you. I ain't helping you out.
I think they're going receiver here, Baddog. What do you think?
Well, losing A.J. Brown, obviously, it's a very good possibility. They took Mekhi Lemon. That makes sense.
Makes sense. Yeah. So that I think confirms that they're probably trading A.J. Brown. to the Patriots, right?
Yeah, without question.
Yeah. So there you go. Lemon to the Eagles. They get a receiver. That made sense.
Yeah, that made total sense. Looking at the best available, they have Jared McCoy. They have Akeem Messidor. I don't know how to say Dylan, however you say that, the Oregon kid. There was talk about maybe him going to Dallas, but I guess Caleb Downs got there, so they needed to take him. Avion Terrell, Clemson cornerback. I mean, Giants, I mean, I don't know how many, what do we got? We have the Giants pick 37 tomorrow, so you have 17 picks between. So there's still some guys. I mean, I don't know where Denzel Boston's going to go.
They could go wide receiver. They could go
Denzel Boston. You got Kane McDonald as a tackle. Peter Woods as a tackle.
They go secondary.
Right. You still have, like I said, Avion Terrell there.
They do a lot.
They're not going to go edge, obviously. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, is it you could go running back? I don't think they will, but they could go with the other Notre Dame running back if he was there. I don't think
it doesn't surprise me though that the Eagles got to get Jalen Hurts more help. Like they got to get him as much help as absolutely possible.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as I saw them trade up, I was pretty confident that that's who they would take because makes sense.
Andrew,
Eagles do this a lot, right? Don't they? Like that? I feel like they usually take a wide receiver in like the mid to late first round. They've done Jalen Reagor. They traded
Aguilar.
The guy that they took from Penn State. Why is the name escaping me right now? Who ended up with Washington, I believe. Somebody in the chat will say it, but he may have been a first round pick. If not, he was a second round pick. Maybe he was a third round pick. I can't remember his name, but I liked him.
Andrew, thank you, man. He says, good to see you guys again. Good to see you, brother. Good to be back.
Good to see you, Andrew.
Good to be back. Bono! He says, Steelers draft Cooper. Omar Cooper? Talking about him? It's the only Cooper I see like on this big board. Indiana guy.
That's who. Yeah, that's who I was talking about. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Boomer Sooner, he says, what are we doing at 37? Wide receiver, cornerback, or deep tackle? I guess it's going to be who the best guy on their board is. But
yeah, I would lean D tackle, but that's just based off need. And clearly the Giants have shown you already they're not going to draft based off of need. So they're going to take the best player on their board, I think.
Yeah, it's true. Larry says, thank you, brother. He says, Baddog is New York GM. Phone rings. Baddog, it's how I wrote. Baddog, haha, fuck you. Throw the phone out the window. Someone get a new phone. There was an eagle on that one. Exactly. Fuck him. I might hit Howie Rosen with the phone if I had a chance to. I definitely would do that. Fuck him is right. All right, I'm going to go to the bathroom really quick. I'll be right back.
All right, I'll talk to the chat as we get ready for the Steelers picks already in. This draft is moving. Well, I keep thinking this draft is moving fast, guys, but when I look at the time, it's not moving that fast. It started at 8, it's 10. It'll probably be over by 11, 15, though. I like the new rule. I don't think picks should take more than 8 minutes. Picks shouldn't take more than 5 minutes, if we're being honest, but we know that the draft's a cash cow for ratings. But let's talk to the chat. Dotson, yeah, that was the receiver I was thinking of. Trade Neighbors to the Jets so he doesn't. I don't want to trade Neighbors. I mean, I guess people are reacting to his social media reaction. I don't want to trade Neighbors. Neighbors is insane. Let's see. Why did this? Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get the Eagles and Cowboys connection. David says the Knicks are done. I won't go that far yet, but they got to win the next two. If they lose either one of the next two games, I'll probably agree with you, unfortunately.
The Knicks really suck down the stretch. They're really, really bad.
The thing is, even if the Knicks get past Atlanta, which they very well may, but I have very little confidence they're going to beat Boston. And I just don't think Mike Brown's a good head coach.
It's obvious he's not.
I understood some of the criticisms that Knicks fans had for Thibodeau. I get it. Like he wore down the players. I think there were legitimate criticisms. But if you were going to replace Thibodeau, you had to have a clear upgrade in mind, and Mike Brown is not an upgrade; he's a downgrade. They shouldn't have fired Thibodeau without a clear replacement. That was a mistake.
It doesn't make sense at all.
They went to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, I don't know why they replaced Thibodeau. I hate when they do that. You know, the Yankees did that with Girardi. He worked him a little bit too hard. So they're like, oh, we got to get a guy in here that's a babysitter. And they don't work him hard. And that's fucking Aaron Boone, you know, who just wants to be everybody's friend. That's not the way it goes.
Is it the NBA players? I don't think anybody knew. It's. I'll tell you what, the NBA domestically is not very popular. Baddog. It just isn't. The viewership is not. It's not very high.
No, it's very popular overseas, but but here, no.
The first round series are just not very good. I know they've been somewhat competitive, but I feel like the first round series are just not very good this year.
No, a lot of them are. A lot of them are not. And that's the thing, though. It is like everybody's got their phone out looking at the Steelers shit. That's because the Steelers are picking right now.
I'm interested to see how the Steelers do this year with a new head coach. I'm interested.
Yeah, it's weird. Same thing with the Ravens. It's weird that both Tomlin and Harbaugh, who had been there for so long, are not there anymore.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Because for years we heard Steelers fans bitch and moan about Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
And all he did, in my opinion at least, was overachieve with what he was. I get some of the criticism when he had Ben and Brown and Bell. He didn't get them over the top, but since Ben retired, for him to keep that team competitive,
I know.
I don't think he got enough credit from Steelers fans. So I'm curious to see how they do now that Tomlin's gone.
Yeah. Same thing with the Ravens and Harbaugh. It's just it's just going to be weird, especially with those two fan bases, because they're so used to those two coaches like battling it out, and that ain't the case this year. It ain't the case. It ain't the case.
Here we go. B-Rog. What's going on, B-Rog? Good to see you, man. He says, I am interested how we're going to do with the new head coach. Oh, dude, I can't wait to see Harbaugh in action, man.
Yeah. I'm interested to see
who the Steelers taking. It sounds like the Steelers are going with Will Howard this year, quarterback, right?
Yeah, they are.
So they go offensive. So that's either the 6th or the 7th offensive lineman already taken in the first 21 picks. Yeah,
they have definitely. I mean, this is it. Again, we talk about it all the time. At the end of the year or at the end of the first round of the draft, everybody, there's always a run on a position. And this is it.
Which is good for us because we already took our linemen. So you want as many to go as possible at this point.
Yeah. Where's my results? Broadcast rounds. Looking at best available. Oh, there it is.
Maybe they sign Rodgers again. I don't know. I think Rodgers needs to retire, if I'm being honest.
He should.
Yeah.
If we're being honest. He definitely should retire. Chargers on the clock.
Chargers. What does the other Harbaugh brother do here? We know he has a similar mindset. He likes the trenches.
True. I mean, we've seen a lot of linemen.
Right? You would think they could use a receiver, the Chargers.
What's up with that dude's pants, Chris? Why are his pants hanging off his ass like that?
Well, what are we doing?
I don't need to see that.
I saw his whole crack through those pants.
As I was saying, I don't need to see that shit. What am I looking at? I don't need to see that.
Hey, look, we went from the year that Zach Wilson was drafted, we were drooling over his mother. Now, we see a guy with his ass hanging out.
Right. Not only that, but don't forget Mrs. Dart. Right.
Mrs. Dart.
And now we look at that.
Come on.
What are we doing? What are we doing? ESPN. That's a little bit. It's a little sus.
Oh,
ESPN. A little sus camera work there. Little sus. B-Rog, thank you so much. We need to decide which game we are going to when the schedule gets released.
For sure, man. I'm looking forward to it, dude.
Yeah, maybe when we go this time, they actually fucking win a game. It'd be nice if they could actually win a fucking game. It would be nice. But yeah, man, crazy. This is funny. Chargers pick is in.
I love it. I like Almighty Cavalli says, I'm so fucking excited about our picks. I love it, man. I love the excitement. I'm excited about the picks too, man.
Yeah, listen, I John Harbaugh had a lot to do with this. I don't think there's any question about it. And I think that I think we got to give him a chance. That's really it. Got to give him a chance. Got to give him a chance. See what Harbaugh, Harbaugh obviously has a vision. We'll see if it's any good.
I'm gonna tell you what, Baddog. I think our offensive line is gonna be good.
It should be.
I don't know if it's gonna be an elite unit quite yet, but I think it's gonna be good.
It was good last year, and now you just added an absolute stud to play your weakest position, which was right guard. That was our hole in the line, and it's not there now.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
How you doing? Thank you for being here over 2 months. I think I'm going to fly out to Seattle for the Seattle game. I have some friends out there. There you go.
Tough place to play, but I'm sure that's a great environment to watch a game.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Let's see what the Chargers took.
Chargers go with the edge. No surprise there. They same philosophy as his brother. They think trenches.
Yep. He was one of the best players remaining on there. Where was he? He was. That's going to take it away now. No, they picked. Dallas is on the clock. I did, Chris. I agree with you. I heard you when I was coming out of the bathroom. I heard you say it doesn't seem like the draft is taking that long. But then you look at, but it really hasn't. It started at 8. It's 2 hours. We did this years ago. It's 15 minutes.
That's wild. Picks, that's wild.
Right? And teams would take it all the way down. And literally,
the second round used to be like 10 too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They've lowered it since, but.
Yeah. But I'm just saying it's crazy because, we got 10 more picks in this first round.
Yeah, it's actually going at a good pace, if I'm being honest.
This will be over by like 11 o'clock. And normally you'd be here to like 1 o'clock.
What time does tomorrow start? Is it 8 or 7, right? It's usually
7,
7.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's going to be boring because we only got that. Well, I mean, of course, we'll recap day 1, but we only got, at least as of now, unless we make a trade, we only got that early
right.
pick.
No, we can always take off a little. I have to do a Laker game anyway, so we can always take off a little bit early if they don't make any moves.
Yeah.
So because I mean, what's the point of sitting there for, whatever? How far does it go? 100 or whatever the next day? 30? How many picks? It's got to be like 100 or something. It goes
over 100 because you have the comp picks.
Right. So we'd be sitting there for 70 picks with nothing to do.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Maybe they make a move, but I mean, either way, we'll hang out for at least a few hours.
Yeah.
We'll recap day 1, watch day 2.
Dallas is on the clock. Where does Dallas go here? They just took their safety. They didn't trade Pickens.
Everyone's saying trade Neighbors now. I got to see what he said, man.
What's that?
A lot of people in the chat are saying trade Neighbors now. They don't like the way, I guess, he responded to the picks, but so far, I've been very impressed with the way that Neighbors has handled the media and everything, with the reputation that a lot of people labeled him with coming into the league. So I love Neighbors. I do not want to trade Malik Neighbors.
Yeah. He says, I'd rather get him than talking about Caleb Downs. I'd rather get him than play against him. I got to play against this thing again. Because he obviously played against him when he was in Ohio State. I got to play against this thing again. Where is he? Where'd I go?
I mean, that's nothing bad. If he's just complimenting a player that he's friends with, that's nothing bad.
Right. He's a top-level receiver who understands what elite defense talent looks like up close. His message made one thing clear: Downs is not someone offensive players are excited to see on the schedule. No, again, I don't think he said anything bad.
It's not that bad.
He just doesn't want to play against him. He's saying that Caleb Downs is really good.
Yeah.
From what I gathered from that, anyway. That's what I looked at it. I don't know. Slice. Now we're getting our commercial breaks in. And they did take one before Dallas, so it makes sense. It makes sense to take one before.
I'll watch the interview after the stream. Yeah, to be fair, I haven't gotten the full context, so
I'm just going by what the quote says.
Yeah, obviously, if you see it in video form, you might feel differently, but
yeah, he didn't want to play against Caleb Downs. He wanted to be on his team, is what he said. And he didn't want Jeremiah Love going to the Cardinals, but there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about it. So
yeah, I mean, I think it's common sense. You got to protect your young quarterback. So I think most people would agree with that. Like, I don't think many people are going to destroy the Giants for making that pick.
Right. Agreed.
You know, Downs may end up being great, but
yep.
All right.
That went away. Yeah, they took it down quick. I'd put something on Twitter that said, "Where do you play, bro?" And it's they took it down. Harv sent the black Suburbs. Yeah, that video I put of Leak saying, "Arvel Reese, where do you play? Arvel Reese, where do you play, bro?" or whatever. I put the video up there. I said, "Luckily, Leak doesn't have the coach. It's gone." Because somebody said, "What he's saying?" I clicked the link and it's gone. So they took that. They took that down.
Who took it down? Neighbors?
Whoever had that clip that I had on Twitter, the video is gone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Draft is emptying out. Look at that. Well, that makes sense. The Steelers picked.
True.
Yeah, it's in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Who the Cowboys take? I forgot they had a second pick.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I was looking at like the best available and
probably lineman.
They go ahead. Malachi Lawrence
from UCF. How many Baddog? Count it up because I'm curious. Count up the tackles and edge rushers. I feel like they've consumed like 15 of the picks. Like it's been
let's see.
I mean, they usually consume a lot, but I feel like it's a lot.
Right.
But I mean, part of that's because not a lot of quarterbacks have
gone. You said edge and what?
Offensive lineman and edge.
There's one edge, 3 tackles, a guard, an edge.
Yeah.
Offensive tackle. Last 2 picks have been edges.
It's got to be at least 15 picks between, right? I mean, it's been a lot.
Let's see, there's Bailey's an edge. Bain is an edge. That's 2. Then Reese. The last 2 picks have been, well, they list Reese as a linebacker.
Yeah.
So there's been 4 edges, 3 tackles, a guard. You just looking for tackles or linemen?
Just linemen.
All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 linemen. So 10 of the picks. 10 of 23 have been edge or offensive lineman.
And 11 if you could include Reese, who's a pass rusher. So half. I guess that's about right.
Yeah, a lot of you win in the trenches, and that's
you've had 3 wide receivers, 2 quarterbacks, 1 running back, 1 tight end. Only 1 corner, right? 1 safety. There's only been 1 corner. I mean, we knew that it wasn't a strong corner.
Yeah. Delane.
Yep.
CJ, thanks. Says New York sports is officially dead to me. Not taking Caleb Downs, letting the Cowboys take him. Knicks lose a heartbreaker. Worst night I've experienced. That's the Knicks, though. We should expect that.
I've experienced far worse nights.
Yeah.
But the Knicks losing, bad.
Sean says neighbors on Bleacher Report with Parsons. It was not liking the edge rusher pick. Sent you on Instagram. I saw it. I'm pretty sure that's the one that I put on Twitter, and it got taken down immediately. So, yeah, I saw it. I reposted on Twitter, and then
I don't like when players do because like how do you think the new tackle is going to feel now coming to the team with the if it's portrayed like he had a bad reaction or I don't like that they go on and do draft reactions like that. Fans, of course, but not the players on the team. I don't like it. I'm not singling out neighbors. I'm just saying in general. Parsons has done that a lot. Like I don't like that.
Right.
I'm sure the player. Don't get me wrong. I love the player, but just like he said, like where do you play? Like you wanna be on the outside and rush, but we just drafted somebody.
Here you go.
I love the player. Don't get me wrong. I love the player, but just like he said, like where do you play? Like you wanna be on the outside and rush, but we just drafted somebody last year to do that same position.
2022 with the 5th pick, Kayvon Thibodeau, and then last year with the 3rd pick, Abdul Carter. So it's 3 times in the top 5 in the last 4 years they've gone edge.
The reason why I said Caleb Downs, and I know it's going to be
still a chance they can get him at 10.
And it's still but I'm saying though, like you have to get them when they're available. It's not saying that he's going to be there at 10. And because we just traded Dex,
right?
You need interior D line. I understand getting outside backer, he wants to rush. Okay, cool. But I'm saying though, when you eliminate something from there, you have to put something in the back end to be secure. I love the player. Don't get me wrong. I love the player, but
they weren't going to replace Dex, but that's what he said. Chef Oz is back in the house. He says, not for nothing, but if we're building the best 3-4 defense, this is awesome. Keep Tibbs through that and get Caden McDonald with 37, hopefully.
What I'll say about that, neighbors should be worrying about the offense. Let Harbaugh and the defensive coordinator worry about the defense.
Right. That was kind of what I put on Twitter with that thing was I said, well, luckily Leak doesn't have to coach.
Yeah.
It's not his job to coach.
I'm sure they have a plan.
Right.
To implement him into the defense.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I don't like players doing that shit. I don't like players being live and having podcasts and all this other fuck.
That type of shit could hurt the locker room.
Right. That's for us to do.
And I'm not singling out him. Like that happens around.
A lot of players do. Yeah, I'm not singling him out either, but a lot of players do.
I don't like that.
And shit, that like I said, that's for us to do. We don't play football. That's for us to do these podcasts and give our opinion on shit because our opinion don't fucking matter. We don't play with these guys. We're not on the field every day with these guys. We're not in practice every day. We're not in the locker room. We're not being coached by coaches. We're not questioning the GM. We're not part of the team. So, I don't know. Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy.
Here's the pick by the Browns.
It ain't Ty Simpson. Wow, they weren't consistency on.
He was a potential target for the Giants if they wanted to go receiver in the second round. He's a good player. I like him.
Well, there was talk about the Chiefs maybe taking wide receiver. Oh, that's the Browns. I'm sorry, not the Chiefs. The Browns took him.
I haven't followed the Browns enough in the offseason. Is Shador the projected starter? Or
yes, I believe
he is. Yeah. Well, that makes sense because they added what's his name? The guy that we were trying to bring over as the OC, the coach with the Ravens. He's the Browns head coach now.
Monken. Todd Monken. Yeah.
Who he had some kind of ties to Shador. I remember when they hired him. So that makes sense.
Yep. Cole, thank you. Says Harb said he'll be playing next to Edmonds. He's gonna play linebacker.
Yeah.
That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna play linebacker. Doesn't mean he can't rush the passer, but
he's gonna rush the passer.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's going to play linebacker.
Yeah.
I mean, what's his McFadden rushed the passer a lot. That was a strength of his. He was a good pass rusher up the middle. So I'm excited for him in this defense.
Yeah, man. I'm
nervous about the void left by Dex because we all knew that was a weakness to begin with, even with him on the team as good as he is. That's something that they have to address. But
at some point, yeah, they have to. They have to.
Yeah, so Brown's helping their quarterback. They get a tackle on a wide receiver. Bears on the clock. What do the Bears do here? Do you think the Bears could do some real damage this year? Do you think they have a shot to go the distance?
The distance? No, I don't know if they're that good yet, but
they were close this last year. Caleb almost got him there.
Oh, Caleb with that miracle play against the Rams, that was insane.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you would think they got a good coach. It's only been 1 year, but
yeah, man, I don't know. Twitter's funny. Twitter's always funny. Twitter's always a funny one. I'm just trying to see what Maui Noah tells whoever this girl is, Nika Lotarulo, about blocking for Scatterbo. He said, I like running backs that run over somebody, and that's the type of guy he is. I'm willing to put everything on the line for you, boss.
Who are we talking about?
Maui Noah said that about Scatterbo.
Lawrence Taylor would have told you his opinion also.
Yep.
What are you talking about? Are you tying that into Neighbors? It's just a different era now with social media and
everything that's out there now.
It's just a different era. But I don't know. I just don't feel like it's like, I don't know. Maybe it's that. I guess like in the NBA, I can't like they have former players talk, but I don't think they have like current players. But the NFL, that's becoming a trend where like current players like review draft. I don't know. I feel like that could hurt team chemistry. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't either. I just, again, nothing gets away now. You say something, you can delete the video, but somebody's clipped it. It's always going to be out there. They're digital imprint. You can't get rid of them. Yeah. They're always going to be out. Look at the, not to bring it up again, but look at the Rossini shit that's just popping up out of 6 years ago.
Well, I remember, obviously Parsons has been doing a podcast for a while. CJ Stroud, I remember last year, I think was on the draft. I don't know. I don't like that.
Yeah. We met Kid Blue years ago at the Giants game. He gets fucking pummeled on Twitter, dude. Like I've never seen. I mean, there's time I barely ever just like where everybody's beating me up in the. There's definitely some people that beat me up in the comments, but like the majority of this is I'm just laughing at the comments because he didn't want Arvel Reese, and the comments are. This is why you're this is why you're on a keyboard pretending to be a relevant NFL source and will never sniff a job in the league. You have amateur clown takes. Fact, learn football. It's just. It's just funny. Someone said you manifested this, live with it. Someone said, nah, shut up. You complained the whole time. Now you got nobody you wanted. Talking about Dex, obviously.
Okay, Blue we're talking about?
Yeah, it's just because he said he would have rather had Jeremiah Love, and I was like, dude, Jeremiah Love's not on the board. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? That's what it is.
Can't complain about not getting Jeremiah Love. We couldn't have gotten him.
Right. Someone just said, wait a minute, who are you? Someone said that's the most insane take I've ever heard. This guy says he's already gone retard. Like, I'm telling you, man, he gets killed.
Who, Kid Blue?
Yeah. This is a non-ball knower. We hit 2 picks out of the park. Someone says you might want to reach out for help because you don't know ball.
He killed the Giants for trading Dex.
Someone said you're a fucking idiot. Holy shit. Has to be rage bait. Then you're an idiot. God, he just gets murdered.
He made like a video and they're reacting to it.
No, I think it was just a tweet.
Oh, it's just a tweet. Okay.
Yeah, well, the Dex thing, yeah, it's just, I don't know, man.
I mean, the Dex thing is fair. People could have their opinions. I understand people that, thought the Giants should have signed him to an extension. I think that's a fair point of view.
Yeah. Hammer, thank you, brother. He says, Highland Beers, so I only had one. I got to work tomorrow, bro. I got to go back to work tomorrow. Took a day off today to get some shit done, and here's the Bears pick.
Who are the Bears taking? Caleb? Help Caleb? Let's see. No, they go safety.
He dropped a long way. I mean, there was talk about the Cowboys taking him at 12, but of course, they had Caleb down, so didn't have to worry about. Do you have a watch on each wrist? I see that right.
What'd you say?
I said, do you have a watch on each wrist? No,
only one.
Must have been somebody else's watch I saw. Louis, thank you. Says my only gripe is if you're going to draft the O-line, why not trade back with Dallas and get more draft picks?
Well, there's no guarantee you're not going to get Matt. You may not get Matt. We know if you trade back.
Yeah,
like he easily could have gone with the next pick. Easily.
David, thank you, brother. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. He says I don't think fans are mad we didn't take Downs. I think they're more mad that Dallas did. Reese gives us flexibility if Tibbs gets hurt or we don't extend him. And Francis was needed as a guard. Got to protect Dart and give Scat and Tracy running room.
Well,
some people are never going to be happy no matter what.
It fills a need, and he could clearly potentially shift to tackle. It's not like he's married to the guard spot. So,
right.
In the short term,
Andrew Thomas has had injury issues.
Yeah. So in the short term, he's the guard, of course, but not necessarily 2 years down the line.
Right. My guy, Abe Froman, what's going on, brother? Long time no see. Speaking of an old thumbnail, he's got Ben McAdoo there. He says, hey, fellas, long time. Now you know he's a culture guy and an alpha, a football guy, as Harbaugh says. Long time U fan. This guy is the real deal. Long time U fan, Miami, obviously. This guy's a real deal. Injury talk is bullshit. Let's fucking go. So Abe loves the big guy.
I was happy with the pick.
Like I said, some guys are just they're not going to be happy regardless of what the Giants do. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter much.
I knew the fan base wanted Downs, and I would have been happy with Downs.
I wanted Downs, but I'm not going to get pissed off because they didn't draft him.
As soon as the pick was coming up, I think the first thing I said is they may take Maui Noah, and that's what they did.
Said, let's get Fatty, and they
let's take a Fatty, which they did. So it makes sense. A young quarterback, and it was a clear need.
Buffalo, or Houston just traded with Buffalo. Texans get 26 and 91 from the Bills. The Bills get 28-69, and it says the 49ers are according to Schefter, the 49ers are attempting to trade the 27 pick.
To who?
I don't know. Well, Nico Collins with that trade rumor, is it possible that these guys go Denzel Boston here?
Possible.
He's the best receiver left in the draft.
You typically see like a trade up. Well, not always, but and maybe not in this draft because there's no quarterbacks probably worthy trading up into the back end of the first. But a lot like what we did with Dart last year, a lot of times you'll see a team trade up into the back.
Get that your option.
Yeah. We could potentially do that, but we don't probably not because we don't have a third round pick.
Yeah, I think if the Giants had more picks to get up there, they would have.
We're probably looking at a D tackle if I had to guess tomorrow with that pick.
Well, there's a few still left for now. Or a couple anyway. Well, no, there's Caden McDonald and Peter Woods are obviously the best ones. But then it's a long way down according to like the best available players.
We brought Woods in for a top 30 visit, if I'm not mistaken.
Peter Woods, Christian Miller, Xavier Harris, Lee Hunter. So
we'll see.
Moreover, oh no, it's McCoy. We're going to Walter Payton.
Is a beast of a division.
What is
The NFC North?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
The Packers are,
Minnesota, though. I don't.
Minnesota. I'm not. But
Well, we got Kyler Murray, right?
Yeah.
So maybe that helps.
But the
it's better than McCarthy.
Lions are obviously they had a down year last year, but really talented. The Packers, the Bears, tough division.
Simon, what's up, brother? Thank you. He says Reese is a jack of all trades, can rush and play inside linebacker.
Yeah, I'm excited to see him play next year. Who's used to taking? Let's see.
They took a guard.
That's the seventh.
Must have liked him a lot to trade up to get him. H50 says, I hope lemon is a lemon. Yes, we all do.
We all do. We all do.
We all do. We all do. Avery, thank you so much. Says, I probably wouldn't have gone Reese, but I love our Samoan guy. Trust the process. That's the whole thing.
I love both picks, but
I remember when we drafted Wan'Dale Robinson, everybody was fucking pissed, and he actually ended up being pretty good for us.
Yeah.
Just gotta we have to give Harbaugh some time to see what the hell he's building.
So there you go. I think I could be wrong, but I think Miami just moved up from the second round to the 49ers. So there's an example.
They were looking, that's exactly what they were doing. They were looking to trade up, or the Niners are looking to trade back into the second round. And
oh no, 30. They moved up from 30.
Okay. So who does Miami take here?
They gave up 30 and 90 to move up 3 spots to 27.
Well,
they jumped Buffalo. They jumped Buffalo.
Buffalo want a wide receiver, but Buffalo must not have because they traded back. So
right.
No, I don't know. What else do we need? We need corner.
Secondary, yeah. We need help in the secondary.
We need secondary. Corner is going to be the better.
Oh, I mean, we could certainly use a playmaker.
Right. I was going to say wide receiver is another one.
Yeah.
Really no. I don't know anything about Emmanuel McNeil Warren, but he's the best safety available according to ESPN's.
I would think, I could be wrong. I'm not looking at any list right now, but I would think if we're just talking about skill positions, I would think the Notre Dame running back is probably the best or among the best playmakers on the board right now. I would think.
Actually, they don't even have him listed.
Really?
Yeah,
I thought he was a projected second round pick.
They have him as the 27th best player left.
So that's a second round pick. Yeah.
No, this is of the players left.
Right.
The players left. Yeah. An overall range, they have him 50.
Yeah, so it's mid second round pick. Yeah.
Right. No, who knows? I mean, the Giants, they may look to trade back that second round pick, depending on who's there. I'm actually surprised they didn't trade because both Arvel and Shane like to trade, and I'm surprised they didn't.
They still might. There still might be trades day 2, day 3, you know.
Rich says, Baddog, your boy Marsh is crashing out right now. So I don't know, man. I listen. I crashed out when we drafted Daniel Jones. I think I had a reason to crash out when we drafted Daniel.
Oh, Marshall. Okay.
But I guess I don't get the crash out on when you take the best available guys, at the positions. Arvel Reese was supposed to go 2 to the Jets. And Maui Noah, again, I don't like the fact he's going to play out of position, but let's face it, he's one of the best linemen in the country. He's one of the best linemen out there. You need linemen. This team needs linemen badly.
I would think a crash out. First off, a quarterback always potentially warrants a crash out just because of how the position it is, and if you feel like if it's an extreme reach. I think I personally wouldn't have crashed out. I would have liked to pick in this year's draft for all the reasons that I've stated prior to it, but I would have understood crash outs if the Giants took Jeremiah Love because of the positional argument, running back. I would have understood it. But crashing out over Arvel Reese?
I know.
Or crashing out
But
over
now we know
a tackle like who's going to play. Those are important positions. Like I don't think those are worthy crash out picks at all, Baddog. At all.
Yeah. That's crazy. I don't understand the crash out. I understand maybe being disappointed in.
Yeah, you wanted downs. I get it. Okay.
I understand being disappointed. I guess I don't understand crashing out.
Yeah.
I mean, but we all react differently to stuff, Simon, thank you again, man. He says, I'm just happy we're putting emphasis on the line of scrimmage. The Giants need to put emphasis on the line of scrimmage. Gowies, thank you so much. He says pick 37 needs to be a cornerback or wide receiver or defensive tackle.
Or D tackle. But yes, I think it'll likely be one of those three positions.
I don't think he gets to us, but I'll tell you a guy that I love in the second round, dude. Or a guy that I love is Denzel Boston. I don't think he gets to us, but and he's a wide receiver. I would love him. Chris Johnson. So there's a cornerback.
I'm sure when talking about Harbaugh's, I'm sure there were a lot of Chargers fans crashing out Jim Harbaugh's first draft when the Chargers ended up taking the tackle. Why is the name escape me right now?
Alt
instead of taking a wide receiver, because everybody, I'm sure there were tons of fans that said, "Oh, who's their number one wide receiver?" Their number one wide receiver that year ended up being their second round pick. What's his name? The white receiver. Why is the guy from Georgia?
What's that? Right.
Yeah, but everybody going into that draft said they have to take a receiver. It was a rich wide receiver draft class. Malik Neighbors,
right?
Harrison, everybody else, but they ended up taking Alt. That was a great pick.
Yeah, the other one was Roma Dunze.
Yeah, Roma Dunze, right? So,
so I would love Denzel Boston.
Who did the Buffalo Bills they traded the pick to New England? What is with these interdivisional trades?
They got the Bills got Diana Orsini in the locker room for team morale and an extra pick.
These two teams are competing to win the Super Bowl next year. They're trading with each other from within the division?
It is crazy.
What?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I can't believe that they do trade with each other like this.
Especially like these are two teams that are the favorites to come out of the AFC next year.
Right. It's insanity. It's crazy. Crazy. Well, there's the Patriots. Their pick is in. I don't think they're going wide receiver.
Let's find out.
It says they need offensive tackle, defensive tackle, tight end, safety, and edge.
Is straight up I don't think so. I mean, it's never an impossibility, but Giants, they don't really have they only have 1 day to pick. I don't think they'll trade back up into the first round.
Me neither.
If anything, I think it's more likely they trade down tomorrow to get extra picks. I think that's 8 linemen now, right?
Yeah. Drop this phone. You don't give a shit.
Linemen flying off the board.
They are. We got ours already. It just goes to show you how important linemen are, dude.
Of course.
Just,
It's the most important positional group on a football team.
It's very important, because it's protecting your greatest asset, your quarterback.
Yeah, like when you're thinking of football as a game of chess, the quarterback is the king, and the offensive line is all the pawns that protect him.
Yep. Stormtrooper said 9 linemen now.
9 linemen.
So 9 linemen have gone.
That's a lot.
Kansas City's on the clock. KC could go wide receiver here. They traded up to get Delane early. This could be Denzel Boston.
I could see it. I feel like KC usually goes. A lot of the times they go wide receiver late first. I could see it.
Yep. But he's not fast, so Chiefs usually like their fast guys. I could see him going Zachariah Branch. That seems like a Chiefs type of guy.
Yeah.
Well, he's 5'9", 177, so he's a slot guy, but it says he has elite initial acceleration and can separate from defenders quickly, and he can start and stop on a dime.
No, there was 2 quarterbacks. You said only Mendoza taken. No, the Simpson went 13 to the Rams.
Hi, Simpson went 13, yeah. Tune in, Will. Thank you so much. Reese to me is a steal. Was kind of bummed about passing on downs, but I totally understand it. And Neighbor's attitude's starting to piss me off, not going to lie.
Yeah. I still love Neighbors, but I don't like him saying what he said. Yeah. So at least on Mel's best available, Mel, but he's got Price, the running back from Notre Dame, is the 4th best available prospect.
Yeah, I'm just going by what ESPN said, what their board says. Yeah, Neighbors needs to stop talking. Let's put it that way.
I'm going to be honest, Baddog. I won't be surprised if the Giants take Price at 37. I wouldn't be surprised.
So is Reese technically a linebacker? Because if he is, thank you, Chiefs. Right? Bob Papa just said the Reese pick is just like 1984 when the Giants selected Banks 3rd overall when they already had a loaded linebacker room. So is he a linebacker? Because if that's the case, that's the first linebacker they've taken since Carl Banks.
Yeah, he's going to play linebacker. He's a linebacker.
That's true. They had 2 Hall of Famers. They had the best player ever in Lawrence Taylor. They had Harry Carson. I don't think Van Pelt was there in 84, but the Giants had a really good linebacker, and they still took Carl Banks 3rd. And that worked out pretty good.
John Harbaugh knows exactly what he's doing. Like I'm not going to flip out because they didn't take downs, a safety. I'm sorry, I'm just not.
Yeah. Mr. AGR, thank you so much, man. He says, with all these tackles taken, we wouldn't have gotten a starting right guard. I'm happy with Maui. Styles and Downs are enemies now. Fuck them. Let's go, Big Blue. I'm with you. Fuck those 2 guys.
Let's go.
They are enemies. They are enemies. They are.
Let's go.
Yeah, the Cardinals, man. People were worried about Love going to the Giants, saying it was like Barkley. I think Love going to the Cardinals is more like Saquon Barkley situation. And now
matter of fact, you could argue it's worse than the Saquon Barkley situation because at least the Giants were obviously clearly wrong in their thought process, but at least the Giants had a former Super Bowl winning quarterback that they convinced themselves still could get them to the promised land with it. Like the Cardinals have nobody. They got Jacoby Brissett's their quarterback. Like,
true.
I don't like it. Makes no sense to me taking Jeremiah Love with that pick. It makes no sense.
Yeah,
I think that was an owner-induced pick. I think the owner wanted a flashy toy to bring some excitement to the fan base.
That's a crazy pick. I just going to the Titans, totally understood it.
Going to us, totally understood it. Not to the Cardinals.
Right, not to the Cardinals. It's weird. Michael Bradley says, let's go Niners, bang, bang. They pick next. I don't know who the Chiefs got here.
Let's see. What's up, Zach Attack? Good to see you, man.
We got the Chiefs pick. I can't believe the fucking Knicks were down 18, and then they had an opportunity to extend the lead, and they come up with a shot clock violation where Brunson ISO balled, no question. And then Brunson turns the ball over at the end of the. So he'll start getting a bad reputation as a choker.
Picks in. Maybe they go quarterback. That's clearly a need.
Quarterback?
Yeah.
Yeah. What other quarterbacks even left out there?
There's a
Garrett Nussmeier. Wasn't he supposed to be freaking good? I didn't even know Nussmeier.
The guy from Penn State's in this class.
True,
right?
Aller?
Yeah, Aller, yeah. He got hurt last year, though.
There
They
goes the
take
guy.
Peter Woods.
Yeah, there's the guy a lot of Giants fans wanted.
A lot of Giants fans were hoping he could potentially fall, so they go Peter Woods. They're gonna have a stick. Wow, their defensive interior is gonna be tough. They got Chris Jones over there.
Yeah. Shit, what a crazy ass draft. And they always are, man. They always are.
49ers, let's see. Defending Super Bowl. How crazy is that? Sam Darnold.
I know, right?
Sam Darnold. Good for him, man.
I know. I always used to say he sucked.
What
And
a
he
great
did suck in the Jets. Wow, San Francisco just traded their pick to the Jets. Speaking of Sam Darnold and the Jets.
The Jets trade up back into the first round.
But Darnold, I always thought he sucked because he was on the Jets. And I remember the next year I said, if there's a sleeper pick in your fantasy football, it's Sam Darnold. And Sam Darnold was a big reason that we went as far as we did until he got hurt. But I didn't have him last year. Daniel Jones, he was kicking some ass before he got hurt.
Oh, yeah. First half of the year, yeah.
Yep.
But that's
and then we lost Devontae Adams. That killed us too. Tyler, thank you, man. Doesn't league neighbors understand that Dart having more time will to throw will only help the team? Yeah, and it should help league neighbors too.
No, I gotta see the comments, Tyler. Now I heard the audio about the first pick.
Arvel Reese, yeah.
From what I heard, he didn't bash the Maui Noah pick. He just said that he
didn't want to play against Caleb Downs.
To going up against Downs, but maybe there's more that I didn't hear. I don't know.
Chiefs double up on defense in the first round. The Jets must not have traded much because it says that according to this, it says the Jets' next pick is round 2, pick 1. So I wonder what the Jets gave up.
What pick did they have? You said
I don't know what they traded, but it says their next pick is round 2, pick 1.
So they have the first pick of the second round.
Yeah,
so
they didn't trade that to move up.
Well, they had an additional second round pick, right? Because the trade they made.
I wonder what else they gave up.
So they probably gave up the later second round pick and like a mid round pick or something.
Yeah.
Where the Jets go here? Let's see.
Omar Cooper. So, wow, they stayed away from Denzel Boston.
Another wide receiver. Mendoza's guy.
I lied. That they did go, but it's now it updated. It said their next pick is round 2, pick 12.
Oh, okay.
So they did give up 30, whatever that is, 33.
So they moved up like 3 spots.
Yeah. Doesn't say anything about him. Somebody gets something on Omar Cooper, but it doesn't say anything there.
So Jets got their wide receiver, or who they hope is their wide receiver too.
Right. I know a few people like Chris Brazell. I'm very weary of taking Tennessee wide receivers.
Yeah.
Very, very skeptical now. Jalen Hyatt put me off of Tennessee wide receivers.
Jalen Hyatt benefited from the scheme that they run there.
Yeah.
He basically it was straight line speed, everything that they run there. You can't get away with that in the NFL. You
gotta be able to separate, and you gotta be able to catch the fucking football, man. That's number one.
You gotta be able to run routes,
The Jets draft room seems pleased with their work tonight. Jets had 3 first-round picks. Reminds me of us in 2019. We traded up into the back end of the first and took DeAndre Baker. That obviously did not work.
So Buffalo and then Seattle, and then we're done.
Yep.
Day 1 is done. Giants had a lineman and a linebacker /
Right.
pass.
Right. A hybrid linebacker kind of. But yeah, man, normally, like I said, we do these. This would last until 12:30 at night because it took so long between picks.
Yeah, we're done by 11.
They cut it in half now, which is good because, like I said, they don't need 15 minutes to make a fucking pick. And how many times the clock's not even running down to 0 here, and you see the pick is in.
Yeah, good. I like the draft, but it doesn't.
Yeah,
need to be
that's it right there. I like that on the clock. Big Breitling reverse panda Navitimer. That will be in my collection. I actually tried one of those on Saturday, and I absolutely fell in love with it. So eventually, one of those will be mine. I love that freaking watch.
Breitling.
Oh God, that one that they had right there. That's exactly what I want. Not the one that's the size of my body, but the wrist size. I love that Breitling Navitimer.
So what do? They find. I guess there's. It looks like there's a separate section for each fan base, right?
Is there? I don't know.
That's what it looks like.
Must be. The Bills traded again. Who do the Bills think they are? The Patriots in it? Patriots always do this.
That's what Belichick always did.
I'll tell you what, the Titans here. Oh no, they took a wide receiver in the first round.
Yeah.
Possibly double up.
Good
Or is it
line.
possible? Is it possible they take Jadarian Price here? Or do they take a lineman?
Lineman makes sense.
I mean, Chase Besantis is, I'm just going by what they're ranked here. And it says he's the second best guard. He's 6'5", 315. He was the 33rd overall ranking. Is that possible? He's a guard. I don't know what Tennessee needs on their line. Jennings Dunker is the best tackle left in the draft. But his overall ranking is 51. Not that those matter, but maybe Jadarian Price.
Possible. I mean, there was clear noise that they wanted a running back.
Right.
Okay.
So you got wide receiver, maybe get a running back here to help Cam out. I think it's going to be offense one way or the other for Tennessee. Although Dable got his offensive guys, so maybe Saleh picks this one. They just say 320,000 people there.
That's crazy.
That drive me out of my mind. I can't be around crowds like that.
320,000 people. Wow.
Last year, last year in Detroit, they had like 700,000. That was fucking insane.
Yeah, I remember Detroit was I remember seeing the crowd and being blown away. So they go edge, they go Falk out of Auburn.
Okay.
A lot of linemen, I mean, you expect that, but a lot of linemen.
So that one was for Robert Saleh, obviously. We got one more pick tonight, and then it's all over.
One more pick.
Mr. AGR, thank you so much. He says, let's see the haters when Likely kills Downs. Oh, we can only hope. We can only hope. Or if he kills Styles, same thing. We can only hope.
How we liking the Giants pick, Scotty? I have no idea what other Giants content creators are saying. I think somebody said that Marshall was flipping out. Somebody said that Kid Blue. I think you said.
I'm just going by what they said on Twitter, like the things I saw on Twitter.
I think you said.
I don't know what he did. I don't know if there was a video.
I don't know what Bobby's saying about the picks, but I love the picks. I mean, it's not necessarily what I expected going into draft night, but yeah I mean, they got a fatty. I wanted a once the situation played out. That's exactly what I said before the pick. I said, yeah, I think the Giants could go with a fatty here. It makes sense, and they did it. He was regarded as arguably the best tackle in this class. You worry about the injury history. The Giants had a clear need there at the guard spot, which is where he's going to play to start his career. He's going to help in terms of the run blocking. And with the fifth pick, I mean, you could make an argument he was the best player in this class. Many had him being the first non-quarterback drafted at number 2 overall of the Jets.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man.
So we needed a linebacker, which is where he's going to play. Everybody wanted Sonny Styles, which is where Sonny Styles would have played. Like, yeah, I'm happy. I who knows how it's going to pan out? We don't know, but I could make sense of the picks that the Giants made, Baddog.
Yeah,
So
I don't think there's any reach there. I don't think they reached for need. I don't think. I think the Giants had a plan, and I think they wanted. They obviously wanted the guys that they got. They didn't trade back. They the guys that we talked about, Styles and Downs, they were both available. They had Jordan Tyson there at 5 if they wanted to take. They passed on all those guys. So there's a reason. They must have known. They could have had Sonny Styles at 5. They went Arvel Reese. They could have had Caleb Downs at 10. They decided to go Maui Noah. John Harbaugh, Joe Shane, they know what they're looking to do. And they obviously wanted to fix they want to fix each other the ball. They really needed to address the line. So I mentioned before, everybody was pissed off that they didn't address the offensive line. And the right guard. How he's fucking
on Twitter, at least, it seemed like Vega was the guy that a lot of Giants fans wanted.
Yeah.
So they ended up taking a lineman that many feel that has tackle versatility, that many felt was the best lineman in this class. So I don't really and again, I doubt most Giant fans are flipping out about that pick. I think most Giant fans probably like it.
I think, like I said, I think not so much crashing. I just think they're more disappointed that they did because they wanted Caleb Downs. And I think it's more disappointment. But again, you can't argue with building your offensive line when you have a second-year quarterback that missed a couple of games of concussion, and you're a Harbaugh, and you know that he wants to run the football. That's what they do, So,
I mean, Baddog, we lived through it. We were both happy they took Andrew Thomas, but you wanted Simmons. There was a lot of Giants fans flipping out. I was there for it. I saw it. They were flipping out when we took.
I don't think it was Simmons. That was the year I think I wanted Chase Young.
No, it was Simmons or the tackle that year.
Was it? I don't think Chase Young. Why did I think
Chase? Well, Chase Young was also that year, but he was gone.
Oh, okay. You're right.
Yeah. So the debate that year, because we knew Chase Young wasn't getting to us. He went first overall. The debate that year at 4 overall was: do you want to go tackle?
I always want defense. It's always my thing.
No, I know it, but you were excited like I was when we took Andrew Thomas.
Oh, I was super happy they got Andrew Thomas.
I preferred the tackle. Naturally, I always prefer linemen, but I remember people were flipping out that night that we didn't get Isaiah Simmons.
Right.
So, you don't know how these picks are going to play out, man. You just don't know.
That's the whole thing. Again, I think when we did our first draft and they took Daniel Jones, that was a reason to flip the fuck out. Because both of us wanted Josh Allen and didn't think that he would fall to us. And when he did and they went Daniel Jones, I couldn't believe that they went Daniel Jones. I just was beside myself. But again, I'm not going to crash out when you take Arvel Reese instead of Sonny Styles, or you take Maui Noah instead of Caleb Downs. It's not a crash out thing. Did I prefer Downs over Maui Noah? Yes. But I'm not mad about getting a guy that's going to make our line that much better and fill that really weak spot in the line at that right guard position. So, and like you said, he also plays tackle. So eventually he'll probably shift over there. Unless he's really good at guard. And then guess what? Down the line, when Illuminor is done with this contract, you get another lineman. But you can't have enough linemen. You can't have enough edge rushers. You can't have enough of that stuff.
No. And I see somebody said he's not an edge, he's a linebacker, dumbasses. We're well aware he plays. First off, he played off the edge in college this year. And so it's not crazy to say that he's an edge, but we're well aware that the Giants intend to play him at the linebacker spot.
Correct. He's going to play next to Tremaine.
He's the guy that could rush the passer and has versatility in the defense.
Right. Exactly. But yeah, he played what? How many snaps they say he played at the edge this year? 374?
More than half, about half or more.
Well, he definitely plays the edge. It's not like he's strictly a linebacker.
Yeah. So Seattle, who'd they take? The defending Super Bowl champ. I still can't believe Sam Darnold won last year. That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
They kicked New England's ass.
This guy's going nuts. He's breaking the microphone, this guy.
He's pumped up. Up there, Jadarian Price just went. So they're playing Kenneth Walker.
It makes sense. Walker. Yeah, makes sense. That's a good pick for them. That's a team that uses a plethora of running backs.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought he was a possibility for the Giants if he got the 37, but I like that pick for Seattle.
We picked what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We pick 5th tomorrow. So here's some of the names.
Go over who's available.
Yeah. So Jared McCoy is still there. He's the best overall prospect, and he was second. He's the second-rated cornerback. He's the 16th overall rank. I don't know why he's still sitting there. It says his pro comp is Christian Gonzalez. He tore his ACL in January 2025. I'm sorry, he tore his ACL in January 2025, causing him to miss the entirety of last season. So that could be keeping people away from him, is that. But he's the best overall.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Emmanuel McNeil Warren from Toledo. I know nothing about him. He's the second best overall player. Avion Terrell from Clemson, a cornerback.
I know a lot of Giants fans want McDonald. I know I saw in the second.
Yep, he's still available. Denzel Boston is available if they want to go wide receiver, which I don't think they're going to do that. Caden McDonald is the 5th overall guy tomorrow. So
that's probably going to be
it also ranks him as the best defensive tackle in this draft. So perhaps it is possible that he ends up being a Giant. That would not be a bad thing.
I would think if he's one of those two defensive tackles, if they're there, that's probably the favorite going into day 2 where the Giants will go. I would think.
Yeah, I think so. Best defensive tackles.
But we don't know. It's a new regime. We don't know. But
never know.
We thought Downs was going to be a Giant tonight when the night started.
Right.
So we don't know. But I think it'll be a D tackle. It's a huge need. And it makes sense because it's also arguably one of the best players on the board.
Well, maybe if the Giants are able to get him, Giants fans would be more happy about what the hell happened. Well, I think a lot of Giants fans.
I think most Giant fans are going to be happy. It's not an exciting pick.
Right.
Most fans are never going to be jumping for joy when you take a lineman.
True.
And unless it was Andrew Thomas, I feel like we were so desperate for one then. But but most Giant fans are going to, it's not a guy you're going to buy a jersey of. He's, but I think most Giant fans are going to like that pick. And the Arvel pick, I think the same thing. It may not have been the guy that you wanted, that you were dreaming of getting their jersey of, but I think the majority will like those picks. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but I would think most will like them.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But that is the end of day 1. Anthony tweeted out, he said, the Giants got the best defensive player in the draft, the best offensive lineman in the draft. How is this not a big win?
It's a big
That's
win.
what Anthony tweeted out. So someone said, Arvel Reese is a great player, but seriously, we drafted 3 edge rushers in top 5 in 5 years. We traded for Brian Burns 2 years ago. This was not the right pick based on our needs. But you don't draft based on need.
OCU Minora, Justin Tuck. We still drafted Jason Pierre-Paul. Right. At the end of the day, if you think the player is the best player on the board and he plays a position like that, as much as I love Brian Burns is probably not going to be here for more than 2 or 3 more years. Like you're thinking more than past just this year for a player like that. And I know he's not just an edge. He's a lot, but you always need more pass rushers. You always need guys who could get after the quarterback. So I'm completely fine with the pick. Completely fine with the pick.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm excited about the pick.
Yeah, I think that
people have linebacker spot. Like you think about the middle linebacker spot now.
I know
him and Edmonds now. Are
you
kidding? With Abdul Carter,
and Brian Burns. Don't forget about Brian Burns.
We got to address the interior defensive line.
And maybe tomorrow they get Caden McDonald, and then you've shored up your interior, and they're probably going to sign DJ Reader on top of it. So again, I'm gonna trust with these guys, their vision, and That's all we can do. And we got to hope these doesn't matter. We could have ended up with Styles and Downs. We could have ended up with Love and Styles, Love and whatever the hell combination you wanted, and they could have sucked.
Yeah,
it's the way it goes. You know, you could get the players you love, and they may be terrible, and you could get some players that maybe, shit, I don't want that guy, and he ends up being really good. At the end of the day, you just want to win football games, and I think the Giants took a step in the right direction in doing that today.
I'm excited. I'm excited about this defense next year.
Yeah. All righty. What's that?
I'm excited about this team next year.
Yeah. It'll be, I always say it. I'm going to enjoy the summer. I always do, but fucking September will be here before you know it. It always flies by. It always flies by. So, all righty, guys, girls, we will see you tomorrow night. We appreciate you hanging out with us, and enjoy the rest of your night. Entertain, it's a bad diggity dizzle. Enjoy your night, everybody. Let's go, Giants. We out. Peace.
Have a good night, guys.